Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I don't understand it, how they got so timid. Told them I would do it and I overdid it. I don't do the bass cause I don't got the minutes. Pull up nothing teeny so they know who in it. Shorty cutting up, it must be retrograde. 80s Cuban collar with the retro fade. Baby cut from Mexico, the whip German. And she down to wet it while the spliff burning. They don't want no static, better get the signal. Earning all these coins, it ain't coincidental. Tell them free the doggies, keep them out the kennel. With my same roadies, whipping different rentals. Baby girl, what's your sign and what that steez do? Say got a little bit of cash, but can he please you? Started in my DM, I might make her BM. Wavy Zavy stunting, you should come and see him. Piling paper, got him talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. I done cracked the code, yeah, I'm a hacker now. Gotta let them see it, I went back around. I don't need your wifey, she a pass around. They don't need to know it when I'm back in town. Bank teller greet me by my first name. Niggas sending shots but got the worst aim. Seen him out here looking like he hate cash. Treat that little pussy like a face mask. They don't want no problems, they don't want equations. We keep that same energy on all occasions. More life to my enemies, won't stop the vision. But I do not compromise with competition. All my shit be sounding like it look like. These niggas be rapping for them book likes. Alkaline charge like a battery. How they got the minutes to be mad at me? Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? I'm going to do my best with this commentary, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of people that say, yeah, you made some good points, MV, sure. Yeah, we were feeling it. And then there's going to be a lot of people that say, no, oh my God, you're not being sensitive enough. You're not being sympathetic, blah, 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 whatever. Like, I'm going to bring both sides of these arguments or whatever. And is it going to help me or hurt me? Who cares? All right. So let's see. I see New Era Kings in this bitch. You're definitely going to want to hear this. And hey, New Era King, when I usually go through all of the commentary, but you know what I'm going to do since you're here? I'm going to go through this part and then drop the link for you and then, you know, finish the rest of the commentary later because I definitely want to hear what you have to say. It's very organic because I didn't call out to beg you to pull up, but you're here. So let's talk about it. What's up, Pure Mentality, Ms. Senator, Vibrant, let's see, Tracy's in the building. Tracy, you're back. I got to take care of you. I said hi to Vibrant already. Let's go. We got Queen V in this. Miss Senator is here no matter what. Rain, sleet, show, or shine. Miss Senator is in the building, and I always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see who else. We got Daquan in this bitch. We got Austin. Yeah, Austin. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I say, hey, I open this up by, hey, this, you might love it, you might hate it, because I am gonna also bring up like the controversial topic of when I was growing up and I was 10 years old, what was the norm? Okay. And as I said, that's the part where people are going to be like, well, I don't know, it's not appropriate to do this and that and that and this. I'm not saying anything's appropriate. I'm saying I got a lot of shit thrown at me when I was a kid. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take the stance that it's appropriate. I'm just, opening up with that for something you think, something that you're thinking about. All right, let's go right into the commentary. As I said, I'm not going to tell you about my day, my life, my favorite color, and all that other shit. We're going to get right into it, okay? Because I want to see how this goes. This could make or break some things. All right. So, as we heard last night on Lemons, Daria was up there for a long time, and Daria had some several mood changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know whether to laugh with her, cry with her, be mad with her, annoyed with her. I had no idea because there was a whole lot of voices going on in her head. But unfortunately, you're not supposed to let that shit come out of your mouth. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and break it down. And you know me, listen, hey, if you take me, if it's harm to you and you take me wrong, I don't care. I'm just saying. To me, it sounded a little bit. The psychosis was it's running amok. Okay, what's up, Tiffany? Okay, I thought I was invisible. No, RY, I was just getting down to the bottom. No, you're not invisible. Anyway, okay, so what happened when they were discussing Daria? Daria came up with a situation, not came up with, but discussed a situation where she ended up throwing a water bottle. Now, recent news brings it to my attention that that the kid was actually hit. All right. I did check. I mean, trust but verify. I did trust and verify. Okay. So I looked into it, and that is so. So people like, I mean, they started the story off like she flipped some water. Then the story went to she threw water, which I don't know how the hell you throw water if the water's in the damn bottle. What do you do? Pour it in your hand, get mad at somebody, then throw the shit? I have no. I mean, that's just crazy to me. I mean, you either threw the shit or you didn't, and it didn't come out of your hand. I don't know how I got here, but hello, everyone. You got over here because the algorithm is algorithming. I do appreciate it, Storm. So hopefully, I know you might not know what's going on, but just rock with me on my commentary because I am trying to earn people like you as a subscriber. Shout out to YouTube for the algorithm for bringing you here, and thanks for dropping down as well. Welcome to the show. All right, so as I said, listen, that was my first trust to verify. Like literally, how do you throw water at somebody? Like, do you? And there's a water bottle. What do you do? Take your happy ass over to the sink, take a drink out of the water, put your hand under the faucet, and throw it? Absolutely not. So we're going definitely with the throwing and the hitting. Because that was a debate as well. I didn't hit him. Yeah, I did. There was a story about not hitting somebody with the damn wire. I did, I just threw it, and it went to the right a little bit, and it went up to the the upper left deck, and no, you hit the motherfucker with the water bottle. Okay, that's it. We're accepting no other stories, no spins, no narratives, no nothing. So let's get right into it. So since you all know. I know there's new people in here. So Daria and New Eric King here in the chat. He is what the hell do you are you still T Duck? Yeah, New Eric King is T Duck. New Eric King was dating Daria. They're on and off every 3 hours. So I just go with their dating. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as they say they're not dating, they turn on the camera, they're in bed or whatever. So I don't want to hear that X and is it okay if you're not with the person they're dating? Okay, they've told us all a million times, so we're going with that. So in that type of situation, obviously you're bringing in responsibilities of kids. Okay. And I also want you guys to notate that Daria also has a 7-year-old child. And Jesus Christ, the kid that we're referring to is NEKs, which is 10 years old. Now, why is that significant? In parenting around that age, I mean, 7 and 10 year olds are a little bit different in mentality, but at the same time, the kid's not three. So a 7-year old understands like how their parents treat them, and a 10-year old also agrees. And I also want to know, like from NEK, like after the water bottle hit, what was after that? Was it like, oh, well, he got hit by a water bottle, and did you justify it? Did you say? Because I didn't hear the end. I heard water bottle, and then the story was over. I don't get that. Like, did you say, yeah, he deserved it? Did you sit down and have a conversation? Did you kick Daria out? I don't know. That would be great to hear that part of the story. But anyway, I'm going to give you what everybody else is talking about versus a controversial stand. Okay. So, um, should a 10-year-old, which Daria said that the 10-year-old was cussing her out. Okay. So she better not hit the little yes. Wait, was it fresh water bottle or was it drunk out of before throwing? I'm not sure, brother. I just know it was a water bottle with water in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what a water bottle is, a bottle with water in it. Okay. She better not hit the little boy. Well, she did. That's the problem. So that's what I'm saying. Like when people get their stories all jacked up, like you got to have your story together before you come out here on the internet, because when people start asking you questions, you're going to look like an idiot. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't joking. I swear to you, Ed Storm, I was not joking at all when I said, one moment the water was thrown, the next moment the bottle was thrown and didn't hit the 10-year-old. And then listen, it's all over the place. But at the end of the day, we got her to admit that the water bottle was goddamn had water in it, and she threw it and it hit the kid. All right, that's that. What's up, Davna? Every 3 hours is about right. Yes, exactly. Like pure mentality. How many times do we hear, I don't talk to him anymore. He's not for me or whatever. And we hear a knock on the door on Lemon's panel, and you're like, who's that? Oh, it's Daria. Oh, you guys were broken up. So yeah, 3 hours. I mean, you know what? We'll be nice and we'll give them five. All right. Hey, Envy. I like Darla and NEK, but they give me play runners. Ooh. You know what, Molly? That could definitely be the case, but the thing is you're taking a huge risk when it comes to minors. So I would say definitely running a play on their whole fake relationship or whatever it is, but definitely not running a play about this particular situation. It's always something with them. Well, yeah, it is. It is. It's like the chaotic relationship is salacious. I don't know why they get together, because she said all the way down to what women say when they break up with men, right? The list of things. She was calling the pain. Anyway, I'm not gonna say that shit, but she was talking about the pain and the activities and all that other bullshit that people come up with when you break up. And by then, your ass should have left anyway. So I don't know why people start complaining about shit way after the fact. And I'm sorry, I think and B Sector Cartoons and NWO and others need to have one channel together called Beef Sector News. How do you know they're not all the same people? Remember when Pennywise was around? What makes you think they're not all the same people? The reason why I say that is because they are biased towards certain people. If you just watch, okay, especially the wrench. That is definitely like, I don't know, the right hand person to individuals that he talks about all the time. Envy is hilarious. Absolutely not. But I appreciate that, Tracy. Okay. Because my thing is, Tracy, I'm annoyed by all parties involved. Oh my God. Like, it's hard for me to talk when I'm annoyed, but let's go. It'll be more entertaining. All right. So this 10-year-old, I almost said this damn 10-year-old. My God, I almost said this damn 10-year-old. My bad. But I didn't say it, but then I reminded y'all that I might have said it. So whatever. Um, anyway, add that to y'all's commentary later or whatever. Okay. So if the son cusses out the mother, okay, whose responsibility is that? And how was that kid raised? You know what I mean? I wish I would be 10 years old and my dad standing there and his whatever in and out girl and me start cussing. You know what I mean? It's a different generation. If I started cussing bad, I wouldn't have a mouth. My mouth would be on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it in a way where, yes, the activities of throwing the bottle or whatever. But does anybody think, and please, you know how I am. I'm putting out all the controversial stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm agreeing with it. So don't clip this shit and put it somewhere. But does anybody feel like if you act like an adult, there's a cutoff of getting the reasonable doubt as a kid? Like if a 10-year-old acts, say if a 10-year-old speaks like an adult, what should be the recourse? And I really, 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 really want to know how NEK corrected it because did he stand there and watch his son cuss out the woman? And how much respect does he have for one or the other? If I watched the kid cuss somebody out, I would be in correction mode immediately. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that comes down to what the values and everything else that you want to put in the kid. And then on the flip side, if my girl was throwing shit and letting it happen or whatnot. Like there's so many holes in the story, but like Daria has beverages that don't bring us the I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Daria has beverage. Daria has beverages that don't necessarily give us the whole story like we need to hear it. Like smart people. He was very aggressive, but he was not to the point where his dad couldn't handle him. That is exactly Storm. That is exactly one of the things that I mentioned. I was like, why didn't the dad say, "Yo, what, well, hold on now"? Hold on now. So the woman that he's supposed to like and date is the one that had to take charge of your kid? Man, if I had a 10-year-old kid and he started cussing at my girl or whatever, I would pick that kid up and carry him to the next room, shut the door, and we would have a really long talk. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, that's a boy that you're raising up to respect women. So at 10 years old, the kid is okay disrespecting women. Wow. I thought we already had that problem in adulthood right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving the controversial look at it. NEK, I'm not necessarily saying how things should have been handled or what. I'm just taking part of the story that I know. But yeah, that's why I said I'm dropping the link because you do deserve to have a rebuttal because I'm only speaking on exactly what I see. This is the news. I might have, a little bit wrong. Like, obviously, I said, I don't know exactly how, if you corrected the son, if you corrected Daria, what happened. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all about a 12-year-old that faced a charge and they got charged as an adult. I want y'all to keep that in the back of your mind during this commentary that kids are charged as adults in the court of law. Okay. And I know y'all might be like, well, 17-year-olds. No, I got a documented case with a 12-year-old that got a murder charge. So anyway, okay. My house, my rules. No 10-year-old in my house will be cussing at me. They will be swallowing teeth. Oh, swallowing teeth. And he doesn't this. Okay, sorry, and he doesn't. This is bad, right? That's why, Tiffany, I appreciate you. Thank you. If the child felt comfortable enough to cuss at her and he didn't correct it, that means the dad allows that and probably laughs when the kid talks like that. Right. Listen, when I was a kid and adults had issues, I wasn't allowed to be around. Okay. I also had a shit. They had a policy. Kids are supposed to be seen, not heard. But the generational gap, I think, is a hell of a thing. Now, that doesn't take away the actions, which we will get into in a minute. I'm just trying to look at both sides so that we can, break things down and see where it is. Because I only think that people are like, listen, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I think people are going after Daria for actually doing the activity. Do I think that a water bottle should ever be thrown at a 10-year-old? No, never, never. Because at that age, you can be talked to. Because at that point, now you're teaching that person that, violence is okay as well. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Um, and you shouldn't be trying to be your child's friend because your parenting is bad. That happens a lot, Storm. It's crazy. Do you see like moms and dads and stuff be with their kids? Like Jesus, uh, handing their kids shots, smoking blunts, talking crazy, being abnormal, and all that other shit. Listen, that's what I'm saying about the generational. I didn't know that my mom, I didn't know that her friends, I didn't know that my grandma, I didn't know they did anything bad. When I saw them, when I saw them start pouring like liquor or something, I was like, hold on a second. They're very very innocent. When I was a kid, if I cut up, I got my tail whooped on sight. Man, listen, RY, you know how many times I was dragged out of church by my ear into the women's bathroom when I was like real young or whatever. Or once I got a little bit older, my mom used to drag me in between the boys and the girls' bathroom and jack me up. And the thing is I could take the jacking up part, but the embarrassing part was is going back into the church and seeing all my friends like, oh, you're a bum. You know how they are. Oh, you're a bum. Whooped your ass at church. Had to listen to that shit for a week. But anyway, let's go. Imagine that item abuse. Oof. Okay, um, so that's the first thing that I want you guys to think about in the conversation. Was the kid acting like an adult, cursing the person out? Because I want you all to decide whether the action was excusable at all whatsoever based on the situation. Okay, so you also have to think about now, how does the 7-year old get handled? And the reason why I'm talking about this 7-year old getting handled is because if Daria has a kid that age and there's certain things going on, like throwing water bottles and shit like that, what kind of parenting is going on there? I'm not quite sure. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm not dragging kids. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm talking about the parenting based on what happened. So I have no idea. That's something to be questioned. I'm not saying it has to be looked into or anything like that, but it's definitely something to be questioned. Okay. And hopefully, because see, kids can have trauma, you know what I'm saying? Like that son feeling like he can cuss a woman out. Obviously, that's bad. And then that woman not taking it, put her foot down, and I don't know if NEK corrected her or not, but that's also an issue if she is raising her own child. Okay, so as I said, the second thing I want y'all to think about is, does it warrant the behavior based on what happened? Okay. Because here's the thing, how are we supposed to find the middle ground to not excuse the behavior? So on one extreme, we got a water bottle being thrown and hit the kid. But on the other, like, we don't have a solution based on correcting the kid. Like, I haven't heard that yet. Like what are the options? A talk, a talk, taking away toys and phones and PlayStations and shit. What would be appropriate? You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, hopefully, they got mature enough to get together and be like, this is not how, man and woman should be acting, especially in a black household where we're already freaking, what, two steps behind. You know what I mean? Trying to raise kids and do what we do. I have no idea. So we got the one extreme, the water bottle throwing, and then we got the other extreme, just let it rock. So what is in the middle for you guys to really think about? Threw shoes at us. Yeah. Yeah, I got slippers, shoes. I got more thrown at me. And then she said, pick that shit up. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, hold on, let's walk that back. All right, so you threw something at me and hit me. Then you threw something else and you told me to clean it up. Damn. I'm, I'm scared to clean it up because if I give it back to you, I might get that shit thrown again. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the kid growing up will start thinking it's okay to do it while they're growing up. Yes, they will. And the thing is also what happens in the school. You know what I'm saying? Like what happens when okay, so your 10-year-old or 7-year-old goes to school, jacks the kid up because the adults make them feel like that's correct. When your ass is called down to the school to talk about it, be ready for that conversation because it should have been had at home. And you want your kid, you know what they're going to ask you? Hey, Junior, whatever his name is, if you do this type of behavior at home, is this a regular activity that you do? I was a volunteer middle school coach. Within my crazy career, I found some time. And I already know when you go into those situations, they most definitely ask you, is this, regular behavior that you're used to be doing? And then all of a sudden, obviously it is because it happened at the residence where the correction should have happened. All right. A talk between each swing with the bell, a talk, it gives something like this. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Right, right. And then when a parent said, "I'm disappointed in you," I hated that more than I'm angry. You know what I mean? Anybody who was a kid, had you ever went through staring abuse? Hold on, as in you get stared at for so long you start crying. I've never went through that. Oof, I went through it on the ride home. You know what I'm saying? When you do some shit, my great aunt used to drive. My mom was in the passenger seat, and I'd try to sit so close to the window because she would turn around and look at me because she was like, "Remember what I said was going to happen when you got home?" And that whole ride home, you're hoping that they forgot about it. They're not gonna forget that they're gonna whoop your ass. But as a kid, you're like, oh my god, okay, the car is parked. We're going up the stairs. Okay, and then you just sit around and kind of pray, and all of a sudden you hear your name. Hey, Envy. Hey, Envy. You know what that means? Time is up. That's what the hell that means. Let's see. Pick it up and bring back. Yeah, yeah, the switches were worse, especially when you had to go out and pick out your own. My thing is when I had to pick a switch or something to get jacked up with, I always pick the worst one. That would piss them off even more. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I was going to ask, all right. So I alluded to it a little bit earlier. How do you feel about kids being charged as adults? Okay, which goes directly with this. Not only does it go with this because the person should have been taught. Let's just pretend that this kid was age of 10. So from the age of 10, I think that they should have been taught. But here is an extreme situation. I am not saying at all whatsoever that NEK nor or Daria, their real names or not real names or whatever they go by, are not doing this to their kids. Okay, I'm not saying that. Do not twist and turn this. I'm only going to tell you about a court case and some trauma that was put on kids and made them go that far. And I want you to see, as charged with as an adult, whether it's appropriate, because this kid is 12 years old. And like all week during situations, I've heard age of consent is 15, 16, 17, and all this other bullshit, that people look up to, talk about their stories or whatever. So I have a real world example, and you guys tell me exactly how you feel. It did have to do with abuse, okay? Do adult crime, do adult time. Well, this 12-year-old did. Let me tell you a little bit about it. All right. So now, as I said, NEK and Daria didn't do this, but I want you to kind of look into the teachings and the different things that these kids saw that they, had to deal with. But then they finally got fed up and they were like, okay, well, you know what? If I'm going to be abused, then let me abuse. So anyway, the kid's name was Curtis Jones. He was out of Florida. He was 12 years old, and he ended up shooting and deleting his father's living girlfriend. Okay. And the reason why he decided to shoot and delete his father's living girlfriend is because he talked about a whole lot of abuse, constant child abuse. Okay. So with the constant child abuse, listen, I don't know how extreme it was. I don't know, the level of it, because basically in the article it literally said child abuse and kind of left it at that. Hold on a second, let me make sure I drop the link just in case, because I don't talk about folks or whatever unless they can talk for themselves. But anyway, there's the link. I rarely ever drop the link like that, but there it is. But anyway, how do you guys feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that child, okay, so the abuse part is bad. I don't know what kind of abuse or whatever, like I said, but the abuse part is bad. But then the condoning by the dad is even worse, because remember, they deleted the father's live-in girlfriend. And a lot of people stereotypically would say, there's Eddie K. What up, man? How you doing?
What's
I
up,
thought you
Brody? You can hear me?
looks like you ate. It looks like you gained weight, not lost it. So,
I don't know. I've been working out.
oh, okay, okay.
Been
Well,
buff.
all right. All right, NEK. So you heard what I said, right? I don't want any holes to be in the story at all whatsoever. I will continue. Let me finish what I was saying about the 12-year-old, and then I'm done. Like, I got to do like two sentences. So as I said, y'all, the abuse was being reported by the 12-year-old that decided to delete the mother that was living, or the girlfriend that was living in there. So it's like, how much did the father condone? Because stereotypically we would have thought that the father did it. So NEK, where did I mess up this story? Where did I tell the story right? What's going on, brother? Because we'll work through this, because my thing is I'm being unbiased. I'm just putting it out there so we can clear it up, because last night it was a disaster. So I'm glad you're here. What's going on, brother?
Oh, nothing much. I mean, I wasn't there when it happened. I didn't hear about it till I got a
Oh,
call from my mother.
mm,
Yeah, it had happened while I was in my room getting ready, and then when I went in
ooh,
there to see what was happening, it both was like not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So I didn't learn the I heard the emotion though.
Stand next to
I heard the
the router.
But it's just
You're,
once
you're
I'm
cutting out a little bit. You're cutting out. Stand next
then
to the
it is who
router.
likes to play videos. Oh,
NEK, you there?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
so what I'm hearing from you right now is
uh,
the first. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, your
It might
phone
be
is.
the earbud. Hold on, let me take them off.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, you there?
Yep, yep. You sound much better. So okay, cool. So the first thing that we cleared up is that you weren't standing there watching it. Basically,
Can
you
you
were in
hear
the
me?
other room. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello? Obviously, if you take your earbuds out, you need to have your phone on speaker or something. He'll be back because he's going to take his you guys heard what he said. He's going to take his earbuds out or do whatever. You said he sounds better. So if he did see it, how do you know it actually happened? If he did see it. Okay. Um Let me try to get him. There you go. NEK, T Duck, you're on mute. All right. Yeah, he's out walking around, no good signal, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he did sound a little bit better when he took out the headphones, so clearly he'll come back up. But what we learned so far is, and this was a big part of it, that he was in another room. Because one of the things I was gonna ask is, were you not home at all? But he just told us that he was in another room and that he heard about what happened, and he said basically that Daria and the son were very quiet about it. So, right. Hello?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Let me drop down and come back up then. All right? Hold up. Hold up. Hello? T-Dub. Can you hear me? Goodness gracious, y'all. Let's see here. T-Dub. Can you hear me? We need him to walk around with an antenna because I want to see how that rolled out. Because he said that he walked in the room and just found out about it, and they were basically quiet, staring at each other. So obviously, there had to be something. There was something that came right under there. My audio isn't going to work. Nope. Newer Kang. Okay, that's another profile. Okay, what's wrong with your audio? You listen to this. Okay, ADK. I'm gonna fix your audio. Just drop down and come back up because I'm taking off I'm disabling something so that you don't need that much power. So, and the one that you're typing in might be like a better account because I know this is a different account. So, yeah, if you can get it together, it's cool. Try both dropping. Okay. We'll both drop. He said he was in another room. So why did his mama have to call and tell him, hey, everyone, Bush baby, that's the next thing I was going to ask. What the hell? Like, uh, wait a minute. Like, okay. Uh, God damn. Okay. Let me picture this. Okay. So, apartment house, whatever the hell it is, something happened. First of all, if T Duck is in the other room, you can hear everything that's going on in the other room, especially some cussing and water balls being thrown. And he said that when he walked in, and his mom called him in the house, and then when he walked in the room, they were quiet. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on. So you didn't hear the yelling and shit. Your mom called you, and then when you walked in there, they just like got over it. That's definitely what I want to know. What's
I
up?
can hear you now.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so all right, the way that you explained it is this. I'm going to go through the three things. Number one, it happened. Number two, you weren't in the room where it happened because that obviously answers the question: did you watch it? Because you weren't in the room. And then your mom, yeah, your mom called you, but then they were quiet. So there's obviously. Can you walk us through that because I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out why your mom would call you in the same house, then how
No,
you
no, no,
didn't
no, no,
hear it
no.
in another room. Go ahead.
No, y'all heard that wrong. Okay, so I said, let's take the mom calling me out part first. So when I got finished getting dressed and I walked into the living room,
Mm-hmm.
uh, both of them was just like, I could tell something had happened. And it's quiet, and I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how people will be like, like they start mumbling. They really don't say what the hell
Yep.
just happened. And it's like, I got to get out the door. We got to go. Come on. So we go out the door. She still have time to tell me everything that happened. She still ain't saying nothing.
Mm.
She talking about everything else but the situation that just happened. So I finally, take her, drop her off at home, get my butt to work. My mother giving me a call. It was like, that woman just hit your son. You still talking to her? What you about to do about that? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I didn't know, ma. Like, he just called you and told you this? And she was like, yeah. So that's when I called him back and I was like, why you didn't tell me this stuff happened when I was there? And he
Right.
said some excuse. And then I had called her. And at first she tried to deny it. And then I said, look,
Mm.
just just tell me what happened. And then she finally said she did the thing like, well, I didn't hit him. I just poured water on him. And I'm just like, he said you hit him. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
hit him with the water bottle, and then then I kind of
Well,
lost it, and start checking
you're
her
right.
and letting her know like what it is from now on out. Like, how can I fuck with you? Like, I ain't never, out of all the times I
That's a
could have,
trust
I
thing.
never put
That's a
my
trust thing.
kid, I never put my hands on your kids, no matter how foul or how out of pocket they were.
Exactly.
I never, like,
Mm-hmm.
I will remove myself from the situation. I never gave you the right to put your hands on my kids. And you had it out.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like he had you in the corner to where you couldn't do nothing. No, you just got in your feelings because you couldn't take the words he was saying. And as an adult, you should be able to do that. You should never sink to the level of a child. Because the
But
only problem
you're
my
right.
child has is he's argumentative.
Mm-hmm.
He just talks back,
So
basically talks back. That's it.
okay. So as a dad, like what? Okay, so are you okay with him talking it back to adults?
Absolutely not. It gets
Okay.
him in
Okay.
trouble all the time. But what she was supposed to do was remove herself from that situation and get me. Cause then if somebody needs to put their hands on him, it's gonna be me. You get what I'm saying? Like he gets
Yeah.
into
Yeah. I
fights
mean, yeah.
outside. He gets into fights and in trouble outside. I tell them, look, he the youngest one out of all of y'all. Come get me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Now,
that
do
is
you
no
step it
problem.
up? Do you step it up a little bit once the child starts talking like an adult? Like, because was there a cuss out or was there just, I'm not going
I,
to do this or I'm not going to do that?
I
Because
wasn't there
apparently
to
there was
say.
a cuss out.
I wasn't there to
Well,
say.
okay. So
So that could
let's
be an
hypothetically,
excuse.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be an excuse. So do you think that it could be an excuse to be on more to side with Daria based on saying, hey, the kid was acting like an adult, so she's justified in her actions? You think that's how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
think that's how it came across to her. Regardless of what was said, I think like in her mind, like she that type of person, like, you can say something and sometimes people take it the wrong way.
yes.
I think that's what happened with her. Like she took
But it
him
yeah.
explaining why he wasn't gonna do whatever she said she wanted him to do, or whatever the case may be. She took it as a challenge to her authority and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see here. Yeah. Definitely. We're gonna definitely dive into it. Trust me, we're gonna get closure. You know how I do. One and done. Um, Molly said, "Is the kid lashing out because his parents are on YouTube drama? Do you think that might be stressing him out and the cursing is a
I
symptom?"
do.
You do?
Molly, I absolutely think it does.
Oh, so basically, when we say the shit that you do on this app might bleed over into affecting somebody else because it's recorded is a thing. Thank you. Jesus. I say that all the time. I'm like, listen, I said, man, kids are mean. And if you do some dumb shit, they're going to pull up a video and be like, look how your parents are acting. So I'm glad you answered that. OG Beauty
I,
said, hold up, I'm a little upset. Why the fuck are you leaving your child with anyone outside of their parents or relatives?
I didn't leave my child with her. We were in my home. I was just getting ready for work. I was in a different room.
Bush baby, that's the same answer. He was in another room. So therefore I don't think that situation, because I know that the character is going to be brought up like, hey, she drinks or whatever the case may be, but I'm ready for that. Y'all got to tighten up when it comes to protecting your kids. You know how she is with you. Why bring your kids around
With
toxic
herself,
situations?
if that makes sense. It's like
What'd
she
you
got
say?
like a
Oh,
split
she brings
personality.
herself.
No, she's not always
That's what I
herself. She
was.
got like a split
What's up, no?
personality.
Oh, wow. So with okay, so as you say, split personality, like, do you think that she's like more erratic, more upset, more emotional sometimes, and then level-headed and cool or whatever another time? Is that what you're basically like? She has
Yeah.
a short fuse of anger?
Yeah. Like the way she, like, I mean, everybody has their own unique style how they discipline their children. I'm more
Right,
of a passive parent, but like with her, she mentally abuses her children. Like I don't do the I'm gonna call so and so and have them come pick you up and they gonna take you away forever if you don't do what I say type thing. I try
right,
to show them the benefits and making right choices and things of that nature. I don't do the threats and stuff. And like my
right.
son not going for that because she tries to use her parenting style on my children and it don't work. They too logical. You know what
So
I'm saying?
okay, so she right. No, I understand. But you said that she has two personalities. Like, explain that. Just
No,
I don't
him.
want people to be like, well, it was a little bit of
Uh,
this, a little bit of that. Can you be very clear about that part?
Clear about what?
Like her different personalities.
Oh,
Because that could play a
you
part. That could play a part in
yeah,
Miguel.
well, when she gets very one personality is like the she like a yes woman, I would say. And then the
Uh-huh.
other
More
personality when she don't
submissive.
think people yeah. And when the other personality is a real narcissistic, and then the third one is this like just sex demon, I should say. Like those is
Oof.
her three. She got like three personalities. Like when she was around
Which
my parents and stuff, and when we were eating. Oh
mhm.
yeah, I go to the kingdom. Like who are you? Like you? Like you know what I'm saying? She one of them
Right,
type people.
holier than thou, basically. Holier
Yeah,
than thou, the best person
right.
out here in the world. Okay, got that part. And then what's the second personality?
Then she the what's the ghetto gangster from Sunny. There.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she goes into belly. Okay, got it. One
Yeah,
thing that
right.
discipline
Yeah.
your boyfriend's child, but right. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. One thing that discipline your
Yeah.
boyfriend's child, but it's not the place of the person unless they're with it, was a discussion. I think that there's storm. I always think that two people that are dating should have a discussion on the boundaries of disciplining each other's kids. I definitely think that as well. And NEK literally just said, I didn't give her like the go ahead or I didn't, encourage her to be able to bring over how she disciplines her kids to how she disciplines mine. And NEK doesn't sound like he wants her to discipline them at all. Um,
Yeah,
is that right?
yeah, correct.
Oh yeah, what's the third personality? We got the nice girl, then we got the gangster. What's the third one?
It's like I mean, for a lack of better words, like a slut, like love
Oh,
bombing and come on, like just like over the top, like tease me. I don't
wanting to
want it if it's
cuddle and
that
shit.
easy. Yeah,
Okay.
like it shouldn't be this easy. I should have to work for something. Like you know, I don't know. It's just those
Right.
three extremities.
Me,
Extremities you got.
per- Me personally, when I've been in those situations, I like somebody to be in the room when I'm with anybody's children. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm not talking about like predatory behavior or anything like that. I'm talking about a situation like yours.
Right.
Because I want somebody to vouch for me who's at my age to be like, yeah, that kid was way over the line, disrespectful or not, or whatever the case may be, because now it's her word against the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Hmm.
especially because your mom had to talk or your mom had to call you. Now,
Right.
was your mom still left back with those two when you left the house?
No, they're older. They're allowed to be at the house by themselves. They're teenagers.
No, what I'm saying is the child and Daria, were they still at the house when you dipped out because you said your mom called
No,
you?
I took her home. No, she went
Oh,
home.
okay.
She was in the car with me,
Okay.
and that's what I was saying. She had ample time to tell me what really happened, and she just was like, that guilt. Like, why would you have told me what happened if why I had to hear from my mother? You
Mhm.
must feel some type of guilt.
Jesus. Yeah, that's damn. Now, let me ask you this before we move on. How bad do you think this is? How do you look at it? Do you think there's any justification, or you think that there's an excuse, a story? You're pissed off. How do you look at it overall? Like, what is your stance on it? People are gonna want to know that. I already know that.
My stance is I will never be able to be compromised by a child to act in such a way. Like it's impossible. I don't care how bad the kid is and what the kid does to me. The kid could have ran up to me and kicked me in my knee. I'm not about to
Mm-hmm.
backhand on and do that because I'm an
Mm,
adult. I got to be a
right.
beacon of light at some point in time in my life. Like some things you just got to suck up and let go. Like she could have easily came in there where I was at and let me know he was acting up, and that would have killed
I
that.
wish she would have done that because you're the parent. Like you should be able to make the final decisions on what happens. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that people do overstep their boundaries, but I do not excuse the behavior that she did. Molly said, "See, NEK, why have your kid around a person that you call a lut? Maybe I'm taking this too seriously."
No, I figured Molly, I'm in there getting dressed. It's not like you know what I'm saying. I could hear like I could. It wasn't earshot where I could like fully hear the conversation, but I heard the commotion. But I didn't think nothing of it because when I asked them, both neither one of them was willing to say what just took place. Like both of them had something to hide. It was like I was dealing with two
Right.
children
I
at
think
that
Molly's
moment.
talking about. You felt like you were
Oh,
dealing
I
with
get
two
you right.
children.
I can't knock you,
Molly's talking
Molly.
about overall. Molly's talking about overall.
Oh yeah, Molly, my guy. He always go, you know me, but I'm petty. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, y'all know why I did what I did.
Right. Okay.
I won't do it
Let
again.
so basically, right. Please don't. Um. Anyway. Basically, also, all right. Let's put you in this situation, right? Let's say that we're not going to worry that much about age. Yes, it's a 7-year-old or whatever, but do you think that you would take it to that point her with her kids since you let the 10-year-old kind of cuss her out?
Well, no, I didn't let him cuss him out. Like once again, he doesn't cuss her out. He's not
Right.
allowed to use foul language, especially with
That's what,
adults.
yes.
But of course, he does it, and I'm not talking about with adults. He does it. Like I hear him on what's that game? One of those
Oh,
games on
yeah,
the
yeah.
PS5. where you
Yep.
play against the world, the shooting game.
Yeah.
He's cussing and talking with his friends, and I'll go in there and turn the game off. So he knows not to do
Okay.
that. But with her children, I guess the question is, have I ever? I have had situations with her and her children because her son likes to chase my son around and just do everything. He likes to play. He
Right.
likes the companionship, and sometimes my son don't want to be like touched. So, they'll
Right.
get into
Understood.
it and they'll start throwing toys and stuff at each other. And then one time, my son, because I told my son, look, you can't sit there and blame him if you're going to stay in the vicinity of him to be able to do anything to you. So, next time you have a problem, come upstairs.
Hey,
So,
cool
my
storm.
son came upstairs. My son came upstairs.
Mm.
Mind you, I'm at her house.
To get
My,
away
my
from the
son came
situation,
upstairs, right?
basically.
And then, he was still trying to get to my son. And I was like, no, no, no. And then
Right.
I said, you can go back downstairs. And then like I got in between him and my son and I said, go back downstairs. And I'm pointing downstairs. He says, Ma, Teron hit me. And I'm like, what? And I'm just like, but this is this is that victim mentality that she promotes. She basically told the kid one time, she said she was talking to me, but the kid was right there. She gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna have him say that Rob touched him if Rob keep fucking with me. Like that's the
What?
type of yes, that's the type
What?
of sick shit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's okay. We were talking about the three personalities.
Right.
Whoa. I think she has four because that's a very vindictive.
Yes.
Wow.
So I felt really
Wow.
bad.
Wait a
I felt
minute.
really bad when her son said like I hit him when I just was pointing and telling him to go downstairs because I was raised not to hit nobody else's children. That's how I
Now,
was
now what
raised.
I'm saying is, okay, okay, let me reel that back in. If she said that she was gonna say that, then that would be a lie against Rob,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's
Oh,
gonna have her son lie. Like
oh
that's the
my.
type of stuff. That's how
Ugh.
she's very like what she tries to talk about people parenting. She can't talk about parenting. And people was like, why do you stay? Because it was like those kids are so desensitized to seeing her laying there in her own
Yep.
urine and stuff. They don't
In her
even
own.
like if I was to
Oh
see
my
that as a
god.
kid or any of my kids seen that, they would be
Right.
yelling, get up, dad,
Yep.
like calling, knocking on the neighbors' doors. Her
Yep.
children don't do none of that. I don't know she's passed out until I be like, damn, I don't hear nothing. I have to go down there
Right.
myself. All the time I see the kids just stepping over her, you know what I'm saying? Just going about their business, doing what they do. Cause they desensitized to the stuff she does.
Mm.
And this,
Well, let's get.
yeah, go ahead.
No, Cosmic Girl asked, how long were y'all dating when this happened? I believe that Cosmic Girl was talking about throwing the toys and things like that.
Oh,
When
that
your
was at
kids
the
weren't getting
end.
along.
That was in the
Oh, that
third
was at
month.
the end.
Yeah.
Still, but you still
That's why
hit.
she started coming to my house because her and my son at first they got
Mm,
along, but then they stopped getting along because her son is autistic and you know what I'm saying? My son doesn't understand. He like this guy keeps trying to touch me and stuff. And in the morning, I'm uncomfortable him touching me because you know how we wake up. You get what I'm saying? As men, you know how men wake up. And
of
if somebody
course.
want to play and jump on you and stuff, that's a little
Yeah,
awkward. That's
it is.
uncomfortable. So
But
I
okay.
told my son, look, that's your little brother. He's autistic. It's okay. Like, well, we figured it out. We was like, look, they can't be
Right.
around each other like that. We'll start going to my house instead. And when we go to my house,
Okay, that makes sense.
about a week or two, she went to my house for like 2 weeks. And
Yep.
then this happened. And I just called it off. Like, I'm good. I can't function.
Mm.
And it wasn't because of her kids. It wasn't because of nothing but her inability to act like an adult when she need to.
Whew, Jesus. That this is a lot. Now let's reverse the situation first, then we'll get back to the Rob thing and the discipline. Or actually, I wanted to ask you about that. Okay, so first and foremost, what was the discipline to your son for this activity?
What you mean?
You don't have to get crazy or anything, but did you correct your son on the situation against an adult, even though it's Daria? Did you correct your son that not only is that a woman, but that's an adult? Like, I'm not telling you how to parent. I'm just curious.
Oh no. I asked him what he said and stuff, and I was like, "You got to learn
Right.
how to stop talking back." It just goes back to the behavior of being
Hmm.
argumentative and
Okay.
talking back.
So basically, I mean, basically, in and of your son's head, he's kind of used to, being like that. This wasn't like a one-off situation. Like he's just disrespectful, basically, is what you're saying. Just
No, he's not
overall.
disrespectful. He uses excuses.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
It's like
yeah.
he
Like, oh,
always
she
has
said
an
something to me.
excuse. Oh,
He
yeah, and
always
I
has
tell
an
him like
excuse.
excuses is tools of incompetence, and you need to stop using them because. I mean, you're not gonna get nowhere in life if you try to excuse every action instead of learn from it and do better.
Nowhere in life, none. So let me flip this around, and then we'll get back to the Rob thing. How would you have handled the situation? Because you're around her kids or whatever. Is the oldest one 7?
No, the oldest one is 20. I always go to her.
Oh,
If I
okay,
had a
okay.
situation with her kids, I'll go
Well,
to
let's
her.
bump up. Yeah, let's bump up the age. Let's say 10. I mean, you could leave it at 7 if you want to, but we can bump up the age to 10. Um, if you were in the same situation, like you're in the room, something erupts, whatever, she's in the other room, and then your mom or her mom had to call and tell you what happened. Like, how would you have handled the situation if her child started cussing you out and doing the most? What would you have done?
I probably would have laughed just out
Okay,
of
remove
me.
yourself from this situation.
Right. I would have laughed and made them feel awkward. Like, you can't, I mean, you challenging me as a joke to me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have took it as
I'm
I
not gonna
gotta,
argue with a kid.
right. You know, like, it's humorous. Like, you're a joke. How dare you even think we're on the same level? The audacity of you. Like, I would have shamed
But
them.
okay, well, it seems though like okay, so a situation like that, it kind of seems like you would be like, yeah, I mean, come on now, really? Like you're
Exactly.
10, you're 10. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like I, but
You just
now
learned how to pee, boy. Get out my face. You know that,
you
like the shaming that
no,
we
I
taught to
feel
do.
you. I feel you. You just the only thing I'm finding, the reason why I asked you that is because you saying like your son makes excuses and things like that, and I know how much that could piss somebody off. Everything he does
Mm.
wrong, there's oh, it was this part. They're finger pointing is basically what you're
Right.
saying. So
Hmm.
that's why I was asking about like how you would deal with the situation if it was her, and basically you'd be like, hey, sit down somewhere, stop talking to me. You're a joke. I get that. So
Hmm.
I was trying to see like if you said that to your son, what level of respect would he have? Like because if your son starts tripping on you, the 10-year-old, wouldn't you also tell him sit your ass down? You're not on
Yeah,
my
I
level,
do.
go chill. Okay, so
I
do you
do.
think that do you think that that's a level of discipline, with an action like this, like, hey, go sit down, chill out, whatever? Like, did you really like give him a lesson, or you just said, don't be a dumbass, or stop making excuses, or work on your anger? Like, what was like, what's going to make him be better, from this day moving forward?
Well, not every time I do it. It's situational. Because you gotta understand, I'm
Case
human
by
too, so
case
I have my
basis.
moods. Yeah, I have my moods. So if I'm in a mood, like I say, I'll be like excuses, excuses, excuses. Excuses are a tool of incompetence. Those who use them suddenly succeed. Those who accept them are doomed to fail. Now you gonna sit here and
Right.
try to excuse your way through life. Nobody's gonna take you serious, and you always gonna be left, ass left behind. So it's
Let
just
me.
like,
Yep. Let's go ahead and circle back to Rob. The reason why I'm asking this, I have several different reasons I'm asking this, right? Because oh my God, like I'm uncomfortable hearing you say that. Like
right.
that's a lot, bro. Because what do a lot of men say? A lot of men will say, oh, they're going to talk about what I did, what I did wrong, what I did right, or whatever. And then a lot of people talk about having jackets put on them. Oh, he raped
Mhm.
me or whatever, or he didn't treat my kids right, this and that. Those are kind of like the three go-tos sometimes in an extreme situation, right? But
Right.
tell me this, right? Well, when she said that she was gonna have Rob lie and say that he was touching the kids, was this before or after you decided to, stop dealing with her?
This was like, I guess, like during the recent when her and Rob was really clashing. She also had to
Right. But
try
were
to give
you
me
all together when she was doing this plan to say that Rob was
yes,
doing that?
yes.
Okay.
But that was like red flag number two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was red flag
That's
number two in our situation. And she was like, he keeps harassing me, he keeps bothering me, he keeps talking about how he's gonna come to my house.
oh my
Like he
God.
need, so basically that's what she was justifying lying and having her son commit that type of situation. So because he kept acting like he was gonna come to her house and threaten her and do all this stuff. But at the same time, I didn't know this then, but hindsight is 2020. He wakes up and flags everybody she doesn't like. She'll go to their videos and flag them. She was trying to get me to do that shit.
Mm,
She tried to get me to call his PO and all that. I'm like, I don't like the dude, but like,
mm.
if anything, it's gonna be a
You're not gonna
fisticuffs.
lie on him though.
Yeah, I'm not about to do all this extra shit. I understand, like everybody know Rob get drunk and he say the most egregious things, but he, in a sense,
He
he's
does.
harmless. He doesn't even remember
He
the
is
half the shit he
harmless.
say, and she's the same way. He doesn't remember what she done or say because she's very, very abusive. She like called like me being a grown ass man a bag of bees, and then she would be like, "Oh, I was drunk. I didn't mean that stuff." She and I could only
Hmm.
imagine what he went through because they was like in some real like love we getting married type shit. So it's like, yeah, it's weird. It just was weird. My thing for Stan it was because I was trying to give balance to those youngins because like I said, they was desensitized to her passing out on the floor and all that stuff. It like that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I
like
mean, because you don't know if something really like your heart slowed down. Like, yeah, there's a lot to think about when somebody's on the damn floor. Because we
but
know
they
that Daria
probably
does enjoy her beverages. We know this.
right. They probably were like that in the beginning. But over time, her constantly doing it, repetitively doing it, they just, oh, she'll get up. You know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Right.
Like that's
Well,
their attitude.
the kids say she'll get up off the ground
No,
eventually.
no, they didn't say it. That was their attitude
Oh,
in the sense of they'll just keep
like
going
they're
about
getting
their
tired of the
business.
behavior, basically. They're getting tired
Yes.
of that shit. Okay. I get it.
Because
Okay.
a normal
So,
kid to see, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
A normal kid to see that, like if one of my kids see me passed out, they panicking, they knocking on
Right.
neighbors' doors, calling the police. They don't do none of that. It's
Mm,
normal to them.
that's
Mommy
that's
gonna
that's
drink
a
her
really
stuff and fall out.
unfortunately a lot of kids go through that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we only know what the parents say is okay, right?
Yeah.
Like they know it sucks that they normalize it, but I'm going into two things with this Rob situation because that blew me away. I like dipped down in my chair like, oh shit. So basically, we have the man code thing and then we got the scared thing. So the
Right.
man code thing about that situation is I would get to the bottom of it. Me personally, the man code part of me would be like, I really need Rob to be aware that these things are coming down the pipeline because guess what? Rob could probably take some proactive action and say that this lady's going to lie on me. You know what I'm saying? Were you just going to let him, go down, were you
Nah,
just going to let him like flow down the road, or you would have told him like, yo, hey,
nah. At the end
this
of the
is about to
day,
happen?
when it comes to me and Rob, it's just a machismo thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Right.
pretty sure people know what machismo means. That's all it
Oh,
is with me
yeah.
and Rob. I would never allow someone to, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying, even though he get on my nerves and I can't stand him.
Hey,
At the
Leslie.
end of the day, he is somebody trying to do better. You know what I'm saying? And I won't knock nobody
Okay.
for that.
Right. I mean, honestly, like I can't stand people, but I won't lie on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it is what it is. And you're willing to be mature enough to say that, he forgets what he says sometimes,
Right.
he's not like, he might get inebriated and be worse, out in the public than he actually is as a person or whatever. So you're having a good conversation. So basically, on the man code side, you'd be like, hey, bro, you might want to watch out with some kind of behaviors that may be on the table against you. Okay,
Mhm.
so let me ask you this. Now, this comes to the question where I know y'all think this is an interview or whatever. This is spontaneous. I didn't call it NEK, y'all. But I really do like that he's answered the questions, and I appreciate it, NEK, for real, for real. So okay, we got the man code side. Now, since you said that you're with her after she said that she was going to maybe do this to Rob and she wanted you to flag him or whatnot, and you didn't, which is obviously good. Weren't you a little bit scared that she used that tactic on you?
Nah. Cause I figure like at the end
No,
of the day, I don't be around. Yeah, it's like I'm around kids. Like something like that would already happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like she can use
no,
that
but
against
that
him because
doesn't matter.
like I'm around kids. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't matter if you're around kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
pastors and priests and all that other stuff. There, teachers and like a lot of people that are around a lot of kids have been accused of these types of things. So I'm asking directly, like if you knew that she had this in her back pocket to use, what made you think that you were special?
No,
Like,
I didn't.
wouldn't you be concerned? Wouldn't you look at her character like, hold on a second? Like, you're gonna put, and you know
Right.
what kind of
Yeah,
jacket,
I
you
get
know
that,
what,
and that's something
NEK,
I
you know what,
overlooked.
that's a
That's
lot.
something I
Hold on a
overlooked.
You overlooked it, okay? Because my thing is you know how much that
Yeah.
changes your life. Obviously, if you get convicted, you're gonna have a tough time, and then when you come out, you're gonna be on the registry like that. She was going to go after him for life. So how did you overlook it? Because I I don't know. Like I couldn't be in a certain space where she would lie that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, because here's the thing. You said she had three personalities.
Right.
So, in saying that she had three personalities, I don't think that you were confident that she wouldn't pull that stunt on you. I think that you were kind of thinking, let me chill out a little bit because she makes up shit. Like,
Hmm.
how did you feel about that overall? Because me personally, I'd be
I
like,
was
okay, you're
scared.
gonna make that's what I was asking. But you said you
Yeah, I was
overlooked
scared.
it.
No, I
Okay.
overlooked that it could happen to me. I overlooked that it happened to me, but I mean,
Mm.
I pretty much had it made up in my mind. Like I would never let anybody fall, especially him, fall to something like that. Cause all the stuff I could say about him, that's one thing I never put on him. But she always tried to say he was in her son room and stuff and all that. And it's just like she was trying to build up to it, and she's just very vindictive. I might cut out though. I'm on a bridge.
No, Jesus. I mean, oh my, I don't even know what to ask about that. NEK, do you feel like you were in violation of letting her build that up in her head? Because my thing is let's say you got the drunk Daria. Obviously you said you got the submissive, nice Daria, people pleaser. Then you have like the gremlin, and then you got like the sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I get not deviant because y'all are adults, but you know what I mean. Um, so, oh God, bro, like this, that would ruin her character for me. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that, NEK. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's willing to do that, that would stop the passion in my head. Like, but you overlooked it because you didn't think it would happen to you. But I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's unacceptable. That's a lot. And if she compares a situation of throwing a water bottle out of putting a jacket on a man for actually doing those behaviors with children, uh, has she done that yet? Has she justified why she's going to do it? And okay, let me ask you this directly. When she said that she might put the allegation on Rob, what'd you say?
I said, don't do that.
Hmm. Wow, this is hard to hear. She doesn't sound that vindictive. I would have never guessed she'd do that. Me neither. Me neither. That's why when I heard that, I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because that takes it to
I,
another level. Pe- People are mad that the water bottle was thrown, but I think as a man, me personally, that's one of the reasons that I always want the parent with me with the kids. Period. I don't give a damn if we're playing PlayStation, going over homework, doing this, doing that. But y'all, yeah, he said that he was on a bridge. But my thing is right now, the compassionate route. What I'm trying to do, Cosmic Girls, I'm trying to just make sure that, we get everything out in the open. And if I give my own personal opinion, which I will at the end, of course, something's going to come out that's not right. As of right now, we're going down the path where we've learned a few things. Number one, that the 10-year-old has a anger problem, a discipline problem, a talking back problem, things like that. So I think that we should catch that, or not us. I think that NEK should catch that like now before it gets even worse, right? And then we have the mom calling. So what does the mom think about her son and what her son would allow to happen? Right, my mom would call me. She wouldn't be like, "Hey, this happened and that happened, whatever." My mom would be like, "Yo, this and that happened. What you need to put your foot down. We need to see what the hell's going on here. Your kid is going out of control. I mean, the kid's gonna be in what, high school for about 8 more years. Like, what if something worse happens? You know what I'm saying? Wow. I just can't take my kid angry or whatever, and I can't take the Rob Rags. I can't. I can't absorb that. Like, because it is talked about. I'm not trying to be argumentative, but it is kind of talked about in a cavalier fashion. Me personally, if I had that, if I knew that that was happening, I wouldn't be able to look at that woman the same. Like if she would set somebody up. But that's why I asked NEK. I said, hey, you wanted to be around her still? Like, I'd be scared to make her mad. And then he did say that he overlooked it because she thought that she would not do it to him, but he was scared. So, wow. I don't even know. I was talking about a damn water bottle, and here we are. Like, I want to look at some of the comments because I'm tripping. I don't even that's just crazy to me. Like, Envy, you're absolutely correct. Thank you. I see what you're doing. Envy, yep, absolutely. Cosmic Girl, I'm definitely not going to be argumentative with the individual that I'm asking questions about. And I do have to say, I do appreciate NEK T Duck for being willing to, ask certain questions, maybe clear some stuff up, because basically, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And that, that's that. A drunk ain't shit. Right. Miss Senator, my thing is people need to know what they can handle. I don't understand why people keep drinking and drinking and drink. They got the if you know you can handle two drinks, don't drink five because something bad's gonna happen. All right. Let's see here. Evie, we want to know what the kid's mother has said. Okay. Let me kid's mother. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good question. All right. I got you on that, Molly. What's up, Tennessee Whiskey? If parents don't teach and discipline their kids, the police and society will. Yes, absolutely. Because Tennessee Whiskey, you know what a lot of kids say. My only family was the one, my only family out here was the one that was on the street. So, where was the mom and dad when kids say the only family I've ever had is out here in the streets, right? Molly, she probably hadn't said a word. Why aren't they with her anyway? Jesus Christ. Because my thing is also Cool Storm, that whole like, let's make up allegations that my kids and this and that. Hey, I'm willing to say it. I don't give a damn. That if you're willing to use kids as a weapon, we need to really think about like what the priorities are. Like using your kids as a weapon against the ex. Are you fucking serious? Like Jesus Christ, I can't. This is crazy. People bringing their kids over a friend's house that they just hook it up with to dump and go that trifling definitely don't need to be disciplined in that manner. Nope. Wow. I hate it when I get like this online because I'm like, you guys think that I play the envy character all the time, and I do about 85% of the time, but like this is Marcel right here, right? That's my real name. I'm just like, okay, that's a lot more. I literally thought that for about 20 minutes we'd be talking about this damn bottle. And whether there was, a talk or a discussion, and they lay it all out. Now we know the entire story about that situation, but we're in a completely different space now. That's why I'm glad, my supporters are in the building to be able to hear how this breaks down, because obviously that's a problem. And man, listen, don't come back to this channel if you hear Daria say some shit and you start making excuses. Period. She needs to be addressed several different reasons. If you're willing to use children as a weapon, what are you teaching them? Like, what was the discussion gonna have? Hey, I have an ex that I didn't like. I need you to lie for me and say this, this, and this. Where would the kid be in that situation? And how would the kid think for the rest of his life? Let's take this 7-year old. That 7-year old's not going to be an adult for 11 years. So we got 11 more years of you talking about what a kid should say to lie on a man to put jackets on him. I there's so much wrong. There's so much wrong here. It blows me. I'm almost done with the subject because I'll start saying crazy shit, and people will be mad at me or whatever. But I will get my shit off. I promise you. Before the end of the show, I will definitely get my shit off, because my thing is, I don't give a damn what content creator deals with Daria or doesn't deal with Daria or whatever. I would hope that a community, all the things that the sector's been dealing with a lot of these activities, allegations, things like that. There's a lot to stand on, but this is a big one. This is big. A freaking jacket. Anyway, sorry I keep saying that, y'all, but I'm blown away that she would have used her kids that way. He bears a lot of responsibility to keep his kids safe. That is correct. And as I said, he said that he disciplined the kid in the way that the kid needed to be disciplined. I stay out of people's business up until that point. I'm not going to tell them how to parent. I do feel a certain way about what happened, and I would parent different, but I definitely can't speak from a first person point of view because I don't have any kids. Are you currently dated? Are they currently, Miss Senator? They said that they're not, but the problem is we already know. Like Daria and NEK are on and off again, depending on whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, right? Cosmic Girl, something is very off. Yes, yes, yes. Tennessee whiskey. Listen, listen. There's something missing. Sorry, there's something missing. Like it's not that simple. This is a deep dive. Like there is something missing that makes me feel awkward. It's not just the situation. I do not condone the water bottle being thrown. I do not condone kids acting like fucking adult idiots. I do, and I don't condone kids having to be around drunk behavior or whatever. How are you supposed to look up to a parent that's lying in their own piss, drunk and acting a fool because T Duck was willing to come up here and say that this woman has three personalities. I wish I would be around a woman that has three different personalities: nice person, a demon, and then a sexual whatever he said. All right. Man, if you can't protect your kids from BS, send them to me. He better stay away from her. Yes, don't listen. If NEK gets with Daria again, I'm gonna bring all of this up. Like, hey, bruh, like are you serious? Because we just heard from him that he does not condone the activity. She has three different personalities. The kid, he said that his son doesn't necessarily get along with her son. So is he going to be able to go over there? And when he goes over to her house, if she's pissy drunk, on the floor or whatever, what is he going to tell her kids? Like, what's going to be the line? And are those kids going to be like, oh yeah, that's just mom. That's just what she's like. There's a lot. There's a lot. I wouldn't care, but damn it, they have kids mixed up this mess. Absolutely, Cosmic Girl. She been crazy ever since she says she and Rob. Oh my God, that's right. I heard Herbie's gay last night. For sure. I was like, wow, okay. I love kids and they would be on a roll in my house. Absolutely cool, Storm. I've never seen you act out of turn. What's up, Lil Feet? How you doing? Cool Storm said, are they both batshit crazy? Miss Senator said, absolutely. I miss sitting at the table helping my kids with homework and school projects. They're all grown and married now. Yeah, I still think that there needs to be dinner. Cool Storm. People think I'm crazy. I literally think that his family should still sit down at the dinner table, tell their parents how their day at school went, talk to them about their problems, this and that. I like a traditional house, but I'm old school. I'm, on the conservative side. So yeah, I deal with things a lot different. Yes, RY, I can't believe it. Yep. She's mad. She's mad off. All she does is get lit. She says we are jealous. Yes, she does. Calls us ugly, dark skin, and bitches. Cosmic Girl, no lies detected. Okay, yeah, I've heard all of the things that you just wrote down here. Damn, T Duck. Bruh, if you're man, listen, if you're around this girl, I hope I don't give a damn if it's somebody's platform that can't stand when I can breathe. I'm going up there. This is crazy to me. Come on now. We do at my house, just me and my husband. That's cool, cool Storm. Well, at least you got something to look forward to, family time. I always tell people no matter how bad your day is or how good your day is, you always need to make something that you're looking forward to. Whether it be reading a book, playing video games, coming on YouTube, doing whatever. You got to make something that you're looking forward to. Agreed, Envy. That's what's up, Tennessee. Salute. This is good, but yeah, sad. Blessings to all. No cut. Haven't seen you around in a while, brother. I'm glad to see you over here. I need to, come through. It is. Here's the thing. It's not good, but I feel like this is bringing awareness to it on a lot of different angles. Taking care of a child that has disciplinary problems. He said that the child makes excuses. If you say that a 10-year-old makes excuses, then you're accepting them, right? Or am I tripping? I get it. NEK didn't say, when he makes excuses, I correct him, but he kind of said that's just how he is. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where we're at. I'm school too. That's what's up, Tedeschi Whiskey. Absolutely. I think society went to shit. So, being no cut, being no cut, you just heard it, and Daria was just at your channel and Born Rich channel a couple days ago. Oh shit. Okay. And he said Daria's his son's little brother. He did say that. So they already blended the family. Oh my God, Molly. Molly, I like what you're typing today. Like you were on point. Thank you so much for contributing. For real, for real. If they call each other brothers and stuff like that, that was a deep relationship where remember he said, okay, Molly, remember when he said, well, the thing with Rob, it was different. They were all in love and they were about to get engaged and married and this and that and this. Listen, I'm not calling my kid somebody else's brother if I'm not deeply involved with that woman. Like, Jesus Christ. Um, Wow. Where's the grandma? Yes, if those was my grandkids, that's the mom called. The mom called T Duck. I would have taken them and told her, get her shit together. Absolutely. No, it's good that we gonna get on her ass. You should no cut. This shit's crazy to me. Tennessee Whiskey, apparently the grandmother. Yes, Molly. Absolutely the grandmother was there. I'm like, hold on, this is a house full of people. Hold on, how can there be three adults there and one kid, but then the kid gets away with the whole thing until one of the adults calls after the fact to tell him what happened? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something missing. I don't there's we're not gonna play Clue, we're not gonna play Inspector Gadget, we're not gonna play any of that shit, but something ain't right. Something ain't right. And my thing is T Duck. I don't have a problem with NEK. We've trolled each other, whatever, got a little irritated, this and that. So in my assessment here, I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt, but it's really, really damn hard because something's missing. I hate it when something is missing in a story. I don't give a damn. I don't know what they agreed to not say or what to say or whatever, but damn. Um, just showing support. I appreciate that, Diana from Brooklyn. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you coming through. Me too. I can't believe I'm enjoying Molly's comments. I know, right? Rex, the link is pinned, sir. Ghetto, be careful. Rex been drunk all day, running from. Oh, ain't on at Rex. Hold on a sec. Wait till the end, okay, please. Because I am right in the middle of the commentary. The link is pinned for the people that have an issue or they have a different viewpoint. They think I'm saying the wrong thing. I should be a little bit more objective. But with this situation, I'm not. It's cut and dry. Like there's, yeah, I say something's missing with the situation, but at the same time, this is there's no gray area. Like everything NEK said, you could just take that part, pretend there's nothing else, and we got a problem. Okay. Just got here, have no idea what you're talking about. Just I got the red ball on, just kind of red ball back maybe 20 minutes and click through real quick and just catch up because I am going on to the next topic, but we can go back to this if you guys kind of figure out where you think the hole in this situation is. Ghetto, I heard you got cussed, or I heard you get cussed out last night. Shout out to you. Me not even following the content. Rex time here is running thin. Rex needs a new act. Jesus Christ. Well, when has Rex followed the content? I like Rex. Yeah, I respect Rex. I think Rex is funny. I think he's a no nonsense type of person. But yeah, you got to have him up when you're off task. I'm like flowing with commentary right now. Your thing here at the bottom, envy, but it's not a link. Oh, oh, okay, 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 okay. What the hell is it? Okay. Envy, when you have adults that are running back and forth in toxic relationships until the children will act in the same manner that they see. There's absolutely no discipline coming from anywhere. You're 100% correct, Terry. And also, I appreciate you on the platform last night. You were getting your shit off. You said you're going to be a thorn in PA's ass when he comes around. I was like, damn. It's like you said, I'm gonna hit this link and I'm gonna be a thorn in your ass. I don't like you. And thanks for being a member. I appreciate that, Terry. But yeah, I want y'all to absorb all of that. Hold on. You said my link is something stupid. Hold on a second. Let me pin the link. And I'm gonna be looking for Malik pretty soon here. I know Malik might pull up or whatnot. Oh, T Duck, can you hear me? Oh my god, that's the link. Yeah, that's definitely not the link. Let's see here. Hold on, let me pin this real quick. Okay. Replace pin message. Okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. I'm glad that it was wrong. Some of the people that asked for the link. Hold on a second. Let me find. Hold on a second. We're gonna move on because that's a lot to take in. Hold on one second. Let me see. Hang on. Need your take. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I don't let that bitch. Listen, after I just heard what I heard, there's no, I don't have anything for Daria like that. Listen, she's gonna have to explain this away. I'm not gonna let this go. You know what I mean? On either end, like somebody's wrong, but if that happened to Rob, that is crazy to me. But anyway, what Red's been drunk all day. Jesus Christ. The link is pinned now. It sure is. Absolutely, it sure is. Um, I want to hear from before the show is over. I want to hear from Ghetto and I want to hear from Malik. Those are the two people I would really, really like to hear from as soon as possible. Hold on a second. Let me reach out. One second, y'all. Calling somebody that's in the clouds. Imagine that. All right. So let's see. Hi Terry, I miss your kicking ass and oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was just saying, ghetto. Terry definitely agreed with your comment. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Most, well, not most of us, all of us did. I appreciate Terry's comment. That was insightful. You know Terry. If Terry's gonna type or Terry's gonna say something, it's gonna be right there on task. Like, listen. This is that, that's that. I'm old enough to tell you, stupid motherfuckers, what it is, and if you don't like it, too bad. That's Terry. Let's go, Terry. All right. Terry, hey boo. Sorry for the delay. I was taking notes and running my mouth. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's go, Terry. That fool spirit is all evil. There's no one good thing that has come from him. God's warriors fight against all, yep, and all evil spirits. So I'm on his behind. Oh, I get it. I heard you made him admit that he doesn't piss in bottles anymore. And it's not even, I'm going to be nice. Okay, let's go, Molly. What's going on, Arts and Crafts? Always good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. What does either person gain from the union? Like it is as serious as I honestly, Molly, I literally think that they're just playing games. I think two things, right? I think number one would be the attention on YouTube, and the second thing would be just being used to each other. What's up, Malik?
Yeah, what's going on?
Appreciate you being here, sir. Have you heard the commentary?
Yeah, I heard bits
You
and pieces. They've been
okay?
talking about this since last night.
Yeah, but something new came out. They didn't talk about what came out. So basically, T Duck said that the son is, I'm not gonna go over it all, but I'll tell you the new thing. Said that the son is disrespectful. Said that the son was there, Dari was there, the mom was there, and NEK was there. When this shit happened, NEK and Daria and the son didn't say anything. NEK was driving Daria home, and the mom called and said, what happened. So in that situation, basically, I was like, how would you discipline the kids, so on and so forth. But I know you didn't hear that Daria told NEK allegedly that she was going to utilize her kids to say that you know, Rob was touching on them. So I asked NEK,
Okay,
I
hold,
said,
hold, 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 hold,
how can you
hold.
be, I said, how can you be with a woman that wants to put that heavy of a jacket on? And I asked him, after she made the allegation, were you still with her? And he said, yes. So go ahead, Malik.
So the last part of what you said was Daria was going to use or have NEK fabricate a story about the kids to do something to Rob.
Right. He was going to, hang on, Rex, don't be drunk yet, man. This is a
No, I'm
serious
not.
topic. This is a
No,
serious
I got
topic,
a
Rex.
serious topic too. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. So Malik, yes, to remind you, no, let me be clear. No, Daria allegedly told NEK that if Rob does not leave her alone via the internet, well, she says, go around and flag him, do this, do that, whatever. But she said if he keeps acting the way that he is, she's going to have her kids lie that Rob was doing inappropriate things to the kids. She told NEK she was going to have her kids lie about it.
Okay, so yeah, that's just a bit much. I their situation is their situation. So I can't even give you a comment on that. That seems like you're gonna go through a lot to get rid of a person when all you gotta do is like log off. Like why are we bringing the children into
Right.
it? But as far
All right,
as
let me ask a question then. My fault, my fault. Go ahead.
Go
go ahead,
ahead,
Rex.
Malik.
As
I
far
don't want
as
Malik to forget what he was saying because he's going to transition into something.
as far as the bottle thing, I mean, I guess they making a big deal because of the craziness between the two of Daria and NEK. But it's kind of like when you were growing. I was growing up. Like if you crack slick and Big Mama couldn't get you, she throw that shoe across the room, and
Oh, yeah.
you bet not think twice about responding to that shoe. And then you hope that she didn't hit you with that shoe, and you would get out of there and come back with your mind together. But
It-
other than that, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give that situation
right.
no energy because that's just
Let
crazy.
me get
But
quick
I
real
mean,
fast. Let me get quick real
And
fast
I
with
get
this,
you.
right?
Hey, what's up, damn you? And ghetto, I totally understand. I totally understand. And hopefully you guys see this as like a lot of different like
Joke though, fam.
awareness type stuff. None of this should be happening. There's so much wrong
No,
with
that envy.
everything. I haven't heard good discipline. I haven't heard. I've heard. Anyway, go ahead, Rex. Oh, Rex dropped down. Yeah, so the bottle thing, you're right, Malik. But it's generational, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? People they treat kids these days like tissue paper.
So
You know what I
now,
mean? Soft.
pardon me. Damn you two times. Again, I agree with what you're saying. However, if their relationship wasn't so estranged or, no, pardon me, so chaotic and complex, it really wouldn't be that big of an issue. Like, and again, damn you two times. I don't know your gender or whatever, but let's just say you got an old lady or old man and y'all dating for 5 years strong, and baby boy or baby girl crack slick, and she go grab the shoe, like she take
Hmm.
that shoe and fling across the room. She not intending to hit. She's more
Rex,
like attending to scare. That's how it was back in the day. But again, their situation now is too
Rex,
chaotic.
Rex.
Yeah, no, this is me.
All
No,
right,
this
all
is
right,
me.
all right. Go ahead, Malik.
Yeah, their situation is too chaotic, and yeah, I don't have that much energy for that. But go ahead, Rex.
No, I wanted to say the ghetto. I can pull up in your hood, 14th Avon in New Jersey, nigga.
Oh my,
What you don't do is pull up in
Rex.
mine because I'm tired of ghetto coming on the internet. He's saying in the chat room I was just in, I pulled up the ghetto, you never pulled up in once, nigga. You know fucking better. I own your bitch ass. You a goofy, dick sucking nigga on the internet, nigga. Next time you talk to me, I'm gonna start disrespecting your daughters every time until you
okay.
come see
Hey,
me,
hey,
nigga.
Envy, this was nice, yo. I'm gonna holler back, man. I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
I had to go ahead and I
Yeah.
didn't come on Rex. Like, really, dog? Like, Rex, we're talking about a serious issue. Are you okay? Like, I thought I already gave you like a talk before you hit the damn link. I said, come on, bro. Like for one day. Just please. That's crazy, man. Rex, come on, bro. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Rex, that was a lot, bro. Like, I don't look at you the same after doing that, especially with a topic like this. Rex, what are you trying to do, bro? You know what I mean? Because, I'm sure a lot of people feel a lot of different ways. You guys hear me trying to struggle through the rest of the commentary because I didn't know all this. I thought I was talking about a water bottle being thrown at a kid or that hit the kid and whether that was proper discipline or not. And here we are. Both
So
who more wrong. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
so RNY and chat. I guess the Hot Wheels track is off the table because this thing already got totally left right crash. That's crazy. Well, yeah, that's well. You gotta give Rex consistency points, show. Because goddamn it,
Oh,
he don't
well,
care.
yeah, he's
He don't care
consistent.
where he at. Yeah,
He doesn't care what you're talking about. I'm surprised
right.
he doesn't tell the pastor at church, yo, I'm right here, nigga. Like, I could go back in the back behind the pews,
Yeah.
like, okay, bro, chill. Um,
And
but
Rex,
but yeah,
Rex, you know how we feel about you with the children thing, yo. Come on, man. If you gonna go at
yeah,
ghetto, yo, go at ghetto, not his children, man.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey, I have no idea, to be honest. This one time, Rex said he had something to say to the topic. I took the chance. But, Rex, I'm going to have to leave you for an open panel type bullshit show. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to break this stuff down. He always wants to fight someone. I thought he had women everywhere. He does, I guess. Go to the drunk map. Uh-oh. And Rex will wake up at 1 o'clock and start drinking again and go on limit to make an ass of himself. And then Lemon will have to take down the first line and start a second one. Um, but yeah, so damn. So we're not going to go that deep into it. Okay, let's put yourself in this situation then, right? and we're just going to talk about the basic stuff. So let's say let's pretend Brooke isn't in the picture. Let's say your girl had a 10-year-old boy or whatever, and he started tripping, acting a fool, whatever the case may be. What would be your actions?
I mean, that's someone else's child. So me
Hmm.
personally, if if we were in a long term relationship and I was really going to be around that child like that, I would have to go
Hmm.
talk to his father about the rules of my
Yep.
house.
See, I
So
like that. That's appropriate because I was talking about the man code versus the scared part because he did say he's scared of what Daria would do. But me personally, if that's been the case in my past, I did have a conversation with the dad. I did
right,
just
so you
because I
know,
thought that that was the most appropriate, like I because that I'm just there to make sure that everything is that the kids are raised to the best of my ability, but at the same time I'm not there to make executive decisions about the kids either.
um, e- right on one hand, I get where you're going, but that's why I said, for example, if the child is living with me and like let's
Hmm.
say me and Brooke got 10 years in
Right.
and and her daughter is with us for 10 years, I would go to the parent, the father, and be like, hey, my man, this, the third, in my house, these are the rules. How do you feel if at a particular point in time I have to become authoritative figure in regards to X, Y, and Z? But
Oh,
again, like,
absolutely. Right.
go ahead.
No, I said absolutely. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. So if a person doesn't do that, that definitely leaves the door open for the parent that's not there to react in a manner of you don't know, because to prevent the dad from going off or the mom from going off, you need to kind of put them in the loop of what's going on. But again, different strokes for different folks.
Right. And my thing is, Malik, the reason why I appreciate that part of the conversation is because then the kid goes to visit the dad. And I don't want it to be so polar opposite. Like I'm at the North Pole telling the kid what's right and wrong, and then the dad is at the South Pole telling the kid what's right or wrong. That's just not that creates a bunch of freaking disaster. So at the same time, I would ask the dad, like, what level of discipline is appropriate? Like, because I don't need your kid coming to your house saying XYZ, you knocking on the door with, this and that, and all of a sudden we're in a full battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already
Right,
with your baby mother. That's already enough for you to bear. You know what I mean?
right. But see, that's when you don't have clear lines of communication, that's when you usually get the chaos. So, in my opinion, to alleviate the chaos, a simple conversation gonna go a long way. But
Right, right. It's about at that age, a kid sees their parent at like this right here, role model. I would even step it up. A lot of kids at that age see their parents as heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like the son's supposed to see their dad as a hero, right? So if that dad is starting to lose the ability to discipline the kid, then how do you think that the kid's thinking about that dad? That hero goes to zero fast. So I just wow. I mean, I wanted to hear from you because definitely, the good thing is I haven't heard any ill will, no matter if somebody says something stupid about Brooke or stupid about you or whatever the case may be. I haven't
so
heard I haven't heard anything ill about the way that you guys parent.
so let me clarify this up for the last time.
Okay.
So, not your average. The whole story is totally wrong. I never hit my son. In the conversation I had, and I believe it was on grown folks panel, or on Brooks' panel 3 years ago, okay, 4 years ago, Brooke is saying, I referenced what I would do in a situation. You have to all be mindful that it's my actual child. And again,
Mm,
I referenced what I would do. So I never struck him on live. I wish they stopped saying I struck him on live and all of that. However, I did make the comment, and in the comment, we were talking about ways to discipline children. And I also referenced how back in the day, your pops would pop you in the chest, he would jack
hmm
you up, he may smack you in the back of the head. But again, I'm 52, and most folks on here may not understand what I'm saying. I.e., I just referenced the Hot Wheels track, and RNY was saying she agreed with the shoe. So if you haven't or you weren't brought up in that time, you're not really going to understand it, and you're going to take it as if I'm saying I just go around here and I beat on my child, and that's not what it was.
I'm glad you cleared that up. What's up, C Talk Too Much? I said I would get back to this comment. Haven't even read it yet. Sensitive question. Is it true Malik really? Oh, okay. Okay. That's what that was. Okay. So basically, you're saying about that situation, you said last time you're going to talk about it, basically, you did not strike the kid. You just basically told the kid to whatever, chill out or however you parent. Is that correct? I'm
Right? We were
assuming.
had the conversation was about like parenting, and the whole it was about a bunch of different topics. And if you ever pay attention, sometimes as Brooks say, you just talk too much. And sometimes when you
Hmm.
talking too much, people don't understand and they take the part they heard, oh, kidney strike, oh wow, he beat his child. And you're sitting here like, I was in that conversation. That's not what he said. He didn't and you'll be like, ay, 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 how did y'all get that? He didn't say, or he didn't strike his child on live in the kidney. He was referencing discipline. And again, that's what I always say to people. When it comes down to it, if you weren't from that day and time, you wouldn't understand. And again,
Oh yeah. And I told everybody. Malik, I straight up told everybody. I said it's a generational thing.
yeah.
Man, if one word came out of my mouth that didn't sound right, I got hit with something. If I didn't or I got jacked. Man, how many of us boys when we were boys didn't get punched in the chest?
So how many people in the chat when
Which
Big
doesn't
Mama
mean
told
that
you
I
go
think it's
outside?
right.
How many people in the chat when Big Mama told you go outside and get that switch off the tree, and you came back and she was like, "That switch ain't big enough. Go get another one." How many of us really went outside and got another one? I know I damn sure did. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
if you didn't grow up in that time, you would think that it was cruel and harsh. But those of us who grew up like that, we kind of learned how to get our stuff together because we was like, "Oh no, I'm not going for that."
Yeah, I brought the worst switch, and my grandma used to
Right.
get more mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to use that one? And Molly, thank you for making a good point because I'm going to read into that comment, right? Because there's a certain time that needs to be cut off, and it says Malik and Brooke were not CCs on YouTube in the middle of a storyline for content. I like Daria and NEK are being. Right. There's content, there's attention, and then there's YouTubers. But now I think that they got themselves a little bit too deep. They're throwing the water bottle, okay. We might be able to work with that. But everything that we learned today, that's a bit much. I don't. That's not attention. That's not content. That's not YouTube. But it came out right here. So,
So
Madam Evie, talk. Go ahead.
So, Terry, you right. Hell yeah, it did work. Now, I will also tell you, I took something from my oldest son that he used to do to his little brother. When his little brother would have his little moments and he figured he wanted to be rude and he wanted to kind of, if you want to call it buck back, he would make him sit on the step and look out the door. And that would drive my baby boy crazy. He could not move. He literally had to sit on a step. and look out the door to watch everybody play. And he would sit there and pout. But when he got up, he got his stuff together. I used to sit there and be like, yo, what? And my son said, watch, watch.
Um, Adios or Ados. I'm sorry, I jack up people's names. Child abuse is not generational. We correct, but the key word there is abuse. I don't think that I was abused when my arm when my ear got grabbed by my grandmother when I was cutting up in church. You know, I'd see some of my friends across the aisle in other pews and start making faces and trying to get them to laugh. I would always try to get them to make them laugh in front of their parents. And Malik,
Yeah, yeah, I'm back.
I want to answer this because this is important to me. So I didn't, that's not abuse. Abuse is traumatizing. It's trauma. Like I'm not traumatized by being grabbed on my ear for doing something dumb at church. I'm not traumatized by, getting, a finger in my chest or something like that. I'm talking about abuse that is normalized. That's what I'm talking about. Just to be clear.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead.
I mean, like I said, I grew up in a different time like you did. So
Yes.
we like Terry said, we learned from that. Like fun fact, I remember I think I was in like third grade and I had did something in school, and I don't know if you remember back in the late '80s, we had these belts where you could put your name on a belt. You could put Envy Manco on the belt and wear it. It was a
Hmm.
fashion statement. So I
Right.
was in third grade, and I think I cracked slick with the teacher. Moms came to school and took me in the bathroom, and put belt to ass with that belt. I've never brought a name belt ever since. Never. I said, oh hell no.
You didn't forget your name, did you? It was
Nope.
right there where it cracked. You
Right.
looked in the
And
mirror
even
like,
when I
damn, my
got
name is
older,
Malik.
right, when I got older and the fad came back, I was like, oh hell no, nope.
Yeah. Incarceration rate continued to increase. Oh, okay. I see. Like you have a personal dealings with the situation. So I see where you're coming from. Definitely. Let's see. Two different. I spanked my daughter fingers once. Oh yeah, we got our hands jacked up too. I forgot about the hand. I forgot the wrist clap, the wrist slap. You know what I mean? Years
What
ago.
about the five rulers taped together when you was in school?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, the
Hey,
teachers.
let me say some CEO of chaos. Here's the crazy thing, right? I remember telling my mom, well, it works now. It work. I never thought in a million years this would work. I remember I only said this one time. I told my mom I was calling the people. She handed me the phone. Like, go ahead, go ahead. She said, when they get here, they're gonna take you, and I'm not gonna get you out until Monday because it's the weekend. I'm like, oh, I put the phone down all quick and got beat up again. You know
Hey,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
ghetto, hit the link. Matter of fact, hit the link. I want to tell you a story, you and Envy a story. So, Envy, I think this was my junior year in high school, and in my neighborhood, a lot of college dudes from Morgan lived in my complex. So I was cool with the two college dudes because one of them used to do some volunteer work, and I helped him out or something. He took us. We went to. This was my first time at Morgan homecoming. So you talking the the Volkswagen Scorpio was out. Scorpio and the little box drink was it? The box drink was the Fox. This was back when Jettas was jumping. So you talking about 90, 86, 87. So we go to homecoming. This one Saint. So Envy used to drink St. Ives and Cisco.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Yes.
So we had the homecoming, son. We got the St. Ives and the Cisco popping off. So I come back home the next morning. It's about 3 in the morning. Mom's like, "Where was you at?" I was like, "I was at the
Rex,
homecoming."
I got it. Rex, I see you back there, brother. But I'm gonna have to give you a cool down time today, because that was inappropriate and stupid for you to come up and say that. Go ahead, Malik. My bad.
So no, I was like, I was at the homecoming. She was like, "Boy, you can't dark my door past 12 o'clock." I was like, "All right." So I was, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. So I go upstairs. I lay down. I sleep it off. So the next morning I get up. She like, "Take out the trash." I said, "You take out the trash." And like, mind you, my mom's may have been as tall as Brooke, so my mom was probably like 5'2". Yo, she walked up on me in the middle of my chest and she said, "Nigga, if you ever tell me take out some MF and trash in my MF and house, I'ma
Yeah.
stretch your MF and ass out." So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
my homeboy happened to be coming over to get me. So he at the door. He's standing there like, damn. So you know how you gotta play it cool and because you don't want your man to see
Oh,
that
yeah.
Mom Dukes then
You
got
don't want
with
your
you.
kids. Yeah, yeah. You don't want your friends to say, "Mama got your."
So
Yeah, real talk.
so yo, I grabbed the trash, I go throw the trash in the dumpster. So he was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna say nothing, yo." He's like, "Yo, you caught my mom's before getting in my butt, yo." You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say
Yep.
nothing. Man, we hit the
Yep.
basketball court. He was like, "Yo, guess what I walked up on, son?" I was like, "Oh, you just," he was like, "Yo, I lied, son, I lied." But that's how you was when you was a child growing up, yo.
Oh,
She
yeah. Of
You
course.
cross that line, she lets you know,
Get
"Oh,
get
this the line you want to
get
cross? I
yeah
got you."
get home before the strike the what they say, get home before the street lights turn on. That's what they say.
Right.
Envy, one of my best friends' mom took her Grady to the 13. Oh, Jesus. Said y'all want to act crazy, then y'all crazy. Oh my God. um Grady, Cosmic Girl, just so you know, Grady turned over into the eighth floor instead of the 13th now. The crazy people. You can't do that anymore, especially in California. That's what T Duck said. Okay. Um, Ghetto said he's rolling up or something like that. That's the story you wanted to tell Ghetto, I think.
Yeah, he said he gonna come up here. He gonna him and RY in the chat live, and him and RY. What's that? Crafty something. But those was the
Yeah,
days though. Every like you when you look back at it, you was
of
like,
course. Yeah, listen, I only had to have that look. I didn't worry about excuses making it up. As I said, I sat in that car all the way home and I knew I was going to get jacked up. Like, I hope they
right.
forgot. You know
So
what I'm saying? You walk in
so
the door. Go ahead.
Terry RY Crafty and Ghetto. Pardon me. Back in the day, would you take the whipping or the punishment? I always took the
Oof.
whipping. I had to get
Yep.
back outside, Jack. It was worse
But
when you
yep.
had to be in the house, yo. That little
Yep.
that
Like,
little
go.
five
Oh,
minute butt
yeah.
whipping ain't. By the time you got back outside, you was
Yeah. Basically, go to jail for a week or go on probation for 3 months.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
Look at their face, and if they Molly, I feel you, boo. RY, see, same here. All I had to do was, yes, look at their face, and if they had to raise their voice, I straightened up quick. But I respected my parents, grandparents, and elders. Not your average. Above all, I honestly think that a lot of parents these days. I'm gonna go all the way back to, I think Cosmic Girl said it, but that parents try to be friends with their kids. I think that's when things started going left. Oh yeah, treating your daughter like your sister and your son like your brother. They do the same thing. They roll up together, talking shit. Doing some drinks, go to the strip club. I'm just like, damn. Like, what are you
So
gonna let your
Cos
kids do?
so Cosmic
That's
Girl, you ain't getting no okay. If you ain't getting no whippings, you must be like 32.
Oh,
Other
my
than
bad.
that,
I click on everything. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Cosmic Girl, if you 40, yeah, your mom's and them got with you if you at least 40. If you're like 31, 32, you may ain't got no beat. But see, then if that's the case, Cosmic Girl, you don't know nothing about when you used to, mom and them would get with you, and you'd be like, I hope you get hit by a car and die.
Yeah, you try not to cry. Yeah, Ali, you're enabling a very sick person applying alcohol and drugs, and you know she suffers from mental illness and takes mental illness medication. And y'all mixing her medicine with drugs and alcohol. Oof. I had two
Wow.
brothers and got bigger, yeah, than my mom, and she turned into Barry Bonds and that bitch with a bat.
So envy, Cosmic Girl
Yeah.
say she didn't have to get whippings. So we got a saint in your chat. Cosmic Girl is a saint. She ain't never did nothing wrong. Cosmic Girl, you one of a kind. I'll tell you that.
That's what's Daria lucky that NEK baby mom, not like myself or other mothers who tolerate no other adult hitting nor disrespecting, mistreating our kids, because she would have got her head knocked off her shoulders. That's why you have to have good communication with the step parents. I mean, you don't have to hang out, go to the bar, go golfing, have a good time, tell each other stories, roll up or anything like that. But earlier I think that Malik did have really, really good comments about, making an understanding with the biological parent. Absolutely. Let's go, Ghetto. What's up, Ghetto?
Yo, y'all want
Yo,
me?
yo.
Y'all want me over the exclusive NEK? You see here in the chat, right? Y'all want me over the exclusive interview?
Oh, here you go. I feel that is a situation on how you deal with your child. You don't want to break them, just change the behavior. Now, let me ask you this, Ghetto. Now, in the commentary, what stuck out to you most that you think as people, as men, there's three men up here. So, what sticked
We
out?
got
What
the
stuck out in the
council. We got
comment?
the council
Yes,
up here. We
Yeah,
yes.
got the
we
council.
actually do have a almost council, but it's funny. So we're three men up here, right? So everything that you heard, if you can put yourself in any of those situations, or you just want to talk in hypotheticals or whatever, how do you feel? I'm a little
Well,
bit gassed.
I'm embarrassed for New Era King and I'm embarrassed for the lady who lets him watch them kids and take them over there haphazardly and know he ain't in mental state to be rearing no children. Because that's what it's about. It's about his lack of parenting that allowed a drunk Daria to be around and potentially harm his kids. And I want to stop talking about this because I don't trust these people on this app. I don't want my voice or nothing. I am in a mandated reporting situation. So I don't trust these boxes. That's why I'm saying I'm not
No.
addressing nothing with no kids based upon my current career choice.
No, I respect that. I respect that. And my thing is, I don't think that I think this is awareness because my thing is, ghetto, I wouldn't sit here and talk about kids. I'm talking about parenting styles,
Right,
generational,
right.
and then just
Curses, right.
activities. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely, I'm not one of those people. I'm not
Well,
gonna say, oh, the kid was wrong or right or whatever. My thing was this whole live. I was like, so how was the discipline? Because my thing is if you read the chat, a lot of people have been disciplined in a lot of different ways. Some
well,
people
yeah,
say, oh my,
I'll
you
address
know,
I'll address the discipline thing, but the
right,
problem
right.
that
That's
we
what yeah. Yeah,
okay,
no. Don't worry about that. I'm just telling
okay,
you, for your own good. I'm just putting it on the record that we are not talking about the kids. We are talking about different discipline because
got it.
we do have members in the chat that are like, you know what? If my mom looked at me, I sat my ass down. If
Yeah,
I it made excuses because NEK did say, well, my son is ornery, basically. He gets mad and he talks back or whatever.
we
So
should have
he
any.
seems more tolerant than other people. You see what I'm saying? I'm just
No,
really trying
he
to,
hasn't.
yeah.
He hasn't done enough to gain the respect of his son, so his son could look at him and say, "Dad, I want to be like you." That's NEK's problem. But I don't want to make this too much about NEK because he's not a horrible
Hmm.
person, but he got to get his. He just got. I've been telling him and Rex for years they got to get themselves together. Like, just I mean, come on. I mean, it's okay to be an asshole, but at least have something uh, to build upon. You know what I mean? At least have something else to
Hmm.
show them. Don't just show them asshole 24/7. But you know. I agree with everything you and Malik really, and especially with Malik is drilled home because I'm 55, he's 52. We're from the same
Mm-hmm.
era, East Coast rules, the same. Maryland, New Jersey are not different
Yep.
in rules, especially Baltimore and Newark, right? But I think what's most important for me, what really curbed my behavior, is because I realized my family had respect. And I watch from everywhere. Every time you went with your mother, you come on, y'all know you pay attention to how your mother talks to. You sit back and watch who they enter, and everybody just loved my mother. Anytime I was somewhere with my grandmother, they would be like, "Hi, Miss Leak. Hi, Miss Leak.
Yep.
How's Debbie doing?"
Exactly.
And they
Basically,
would treat.
from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
So that I knew. So by the time I was 12, 13, I knew.
If she
Oh
didn't have to
wow,
see it, yeah, yeah. So you didn't have to see it. Some mom walking down the street could be like, "Yo, hey, ghetto's acting a fool." You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna be. I
Uh,
knew because of my family's respect in the community, I was gonna be held to a higher standard. And I also then watched
yep,
those
yes.
kids who families were ignorant and they were allowed to be ignorant. And I would be like, man, people give me a lecture and let him do what he want to do. And one time a lady whispered in my ear,
Let me
she was only
see
about
who this
8 years
is
older
real
than me.
quick.
Go ahead.
You wrong, fool.
Yeah, that's me.
Yo,
Oh,
what up,
okay, okay.
Snoop?
Oh my
Salute to you.
Lord
Salute.
Jesus. All right, let's
So,
go.
What's up, ghetto?
what up, dog? Long time.
Man, long
So,
time no here, bro. Go ahead.
so that I knew it was like, oh yeah, because we expect them to be ignorant. You held to a higher standard. It's your family, y'all got some dysfunction in your family, but on the whole, your grandmother's not ignorant. She's not raising you ignorantly. So you can't get away with that no more. What your mother and them was able to get away with nobody's gonna let you go that route. And that's why I really am the epitome of it takes a community to raise a child because it was in
True.
me, right? It was in me, but the community was like, no, we're going to save you when we couldn't save your mother, we couldn't save your brother, and we couldn't save your father. That was the greatest discipline I could have ever received in my life. I'm on mute.
I just had a
Mm.
question for T Duck, but I wanted to ask you. Can you ask them when? Because you don't have a red ball on your video. When Daria threw the water bottle at his baby, what did he do? Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, no, I thought I was hoping T Duck could because he's available to hit the link,
No.
Snoop.
Yeah. No. I was
So
asking
clip
when
it.
she threw. You said that. I seen the title. You said your title says that
So he
she threw the
said,
water.
she said New Era did nothing. He kept playing a video game. But now Envy got receipts, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Envy,
Right.
that it happened in the car or something.
No,
Mm.
no. Here's exactly what happened, and I won't regurgitate the whole commentary. Um, so basically, where'd you come in right now, Lady Snoop?
Mm-hmm. Right
Okay,
now.
okay. So really, really quick. Daria threw a water bottle at NEK's 10-year-old son and hit him with the water bottle, right?
Oh, she hit him.
That was because yes, I know people said she threw water and all that other bullshit, but she hit him with the water bottle.
Mm.
10-year-old son was cussing and acting a fool. That's why she did it. Okay. Now her having a 7-year-old, I was kind of like, talk about the different parenting. And then the controversial stance about that, that I was presenting is okay, so how were kids disciplined? T Duck then said that his son seems to be like an angry person that does kind of get out of order or whatever the case may be. So I asked, hey, he said that Daria has three personalities. She's a people pleaser, and then she's a gremlin, and then she's, something with sex or whatever. Um, so my thing is that it kind of turned. It kind of turned when some other stuff was said. And I will say this, everybody heard it. Ghetto, we're just talking about parenting or whatever, and awareness. But Lady Snoop, I didn't know that Daria was trying to talk um her kids allegedly into saying that Rob Rack was inappropriate with them. and she asked her kids to lie, allegedly, according to NEK. That's when
That should
everything
be a
went
charge.
completely
That should be
left.
a charge. It does not a charge in California, Snoop.
False reports, yeah, false reporting is a charge. I'm so let me. I just want to make sure I got this right. I don't know if you're aware of how long. How long did he know that she was trying to put a fake case on Rob before he
Right.
said something?
I asked that. They were still together. He still let her come around.
Yeah, I don't
He
know
said
what
it was a
happened.
while.
I
He
don't know
Uh,
said
what
it was a
happened the
while.
last. I don't know what happened the last couple of days, Snoop. But
yeah.
New Era King just started spilling the beans. He just started like he had Mad Day, his Mad Day, and Daria not being intelligent enough is not saying I don't know what he talking about. Y'all ain't heard this stuff before. He making this all up. She is trying to. She doing the Rodney. She's not. She. Her deniability was horrible. She's trying to explain it away in her own words, and you can't never explain away throwing a water bottle at somebody else's child.
I just didn't understand that. Why would you throw a water bottle because the kid is cussing? That's not your child.
Right. We
Do
said
any
that.
K
We
let his
all
kids
agreed.
cuss?
I mean, any case in the
Well,
chat, man. All he gotta
apparently,
do is click the link.
and then it got interesting, Lady Snoop,
I'm
because
listening.
apparently the kid was there, Dari was there, he was there, and the grandmother was there. So what he said was there was something going on in the room when he was getting dressed. When he walked out into the living room where this was going on, they looked at him like, something happened, but we're not gonna tell you. So he took Daria home. His mom called and said, yo, this is what happened, and then he took Daria home. So I was like, what was the conversation? Like, what did you tell Daria? Because I was trying to figure out what level of BS that NEK was able to allow. But he said, oh, I had been with her for plenty of time after not only the water bottle thing, which I don't think that they're together every 2 days. So I don't, yeah, whatever. But the Rob Rack thing, he was with her for longer than that. And I asked him, what if that was you? And he said, yeah, I tend to be scared around her.
But then that was my question. Why would he think that he was more it was important if literally she just got through doing the same thing with Rob? Literally, okay, let me make sure I rephrase what I'm saying. If she just said that she didn't trust Rob around her kids, why would he trust her around his kids? Why are y'all letting people from online meet your fucking babies?
Hmm.
Like, ain't nothing wrong
She
getting together
trusted
and
Rob.
smashing.
She trusted
Ain't
Rob all the way up until
Scoop
Rob didn't trust
100.
Rob, and she's
ghetto. I
feeling
have
it.
heard you say multiple times you've met more than
Son
one.
called the
Whether you
grandmother.
had to
Okay.
pull up. Same thing with envy. Y'all done met motherfuckers off this app. You probably even got a little bit of got some snatch in between.
Not
You ain't
me.
letting these
Not me.
motherfuckers meet y'all mamas and babies and shit.
No.
The
Oh,
fuck?
okay. Okay, I
I'm
see.
just being
Okay, so
real.
the order that NEK just put it in was Daria. Okay, so the grandmother was not there. He took Daria home, but then the grandmother called him to tell him what was going on. And then I said, "What is the discipline?" The only thing that I question with NEK saying about the discipline is he said, "My son's just like that." No.
Wait, you getting disciplined for what? Cussing, being a kid? That's up north. Are the kids down here carrying motherfucking toolies? These little niggas, you understand what I'm dealing with this young
The hell is
generation?
going?
Like, all you dealing with is a cursing?
Where you
That's not
going?
our child. Like, you can't
Ye-
literally, as a woman, I can't talk to y'all men about how to, because y'all men. So a lot of times, pops, the men and the dads don't even really care too much as long as you're not getting out of hand with it. It didn't sound like he was tripping off of what nothing his son is saying.
Where you going? Yes, you know.
So
Um,
I just didn't understand how could she take that? What is Snoop talking about? How exactly did she take it in her hands to discipline somebody's child that's not her child? That's what I'm saying. That don't make sense.
Well, how would you? Okay,
Uh,
so the one thing that NEK did say is that he would have preferred for her to come get him.
Duh. How you? Because don't the baby got a mama?
Yes,
So how do you even
I
know
mean
that the mother?
obviously a
So
birth
how do you even
mother.
know that the mother disciplines her child in that manner? Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's where it came in. I think it got back to New Era King's lady and the lady's mother, and
Of
that's
course.
when.
Like you don't just because some people don't even yell at their kids. Kids be bad
Right.
as hell, and they don't say you. What can you do if they not doing nothing about their babies? That's kind of fucked up. That was wow. But I can't say nothing. I'm gonna mind my business because when I tried to tell that
Let me
man to get
ask
away
you
from me,
this. Type this, NEK, T Duck. Type this. What did you said the mother? How did the mother feel about all this? Is she thinking that you're handling this correctly, or I mean, where are we at with that? I forgot to ask that before Snoop reminded me. No, he was wrong for talking back, and he did not. He didn't curse her. She added that to justify it. You guys are
So
adding
so
all kind of
she
shit.
so your
okay. So
kids talk
that's
back to
my thing.
somebody else and they can throw water at them. Man,
But
y'all
that's my
niggas.
thing.
Come on, man.
Okay? Because so I have to
No.
disagree. If you ain't I used to be mean as fuck to my mama's friends and ex-boyfriends and shit. You ain't my motherfucking mama. And the kids be knowing when y'all be with ain't shit motherfuckers, period. The kids will know when you with somebody that ain't right before you can sense it. So
Hmm.
maybe I can't justify. I'm not saying it's okay for a child to disrespect an adult, but I'm also not saying that it's okay for an adult to try to come play with them damn kids because you fucking with the daddy. That shit is weird as fuck
But
too.
see, but see what
A
you missed. I
10-year-old
said
shouldn't
to
have a
you.
water bottle thrown over
That
that
period. And she shouldn't have never
situation.
did
Which
that. She need her ass beat.
and which
And
and
my
what you
thing
missed,
is
Snoop.
here's yeah, real quick, ghetto, before I
Go
forget.
ahead, man. Go ahead.
What T Duck threw in there is oh, God, because I told him, what if the roles reversed? What if her kid did that to you? And he said, I would go get the mom. But then he added in there, there's behaviors that are normalized with her in her house. He said, like she'll wake up, pissing on herself or being on the floor and can't get up or whatever. And T Duck is referring to the drinking thing. So my thing is I was like, T Dug, you can't make something normal in any way in this whole situation.
so envy.
Oh, Malik up here. Okay.
Let me be 100% clear because it's a lot of excuses being made.
Uh-oh.
To be truthfully being honest, right? She should have never been around his children and vice
Thanks.
versa because their situation was already chaotic and toxic. Not to mention, it's too new. And no disrespect.
Correct.
And I heard Ghetto say this, and Ghetto, I'm not taking a shot at you or anything, but I think Ghetto said he stepped up to help Miss Ghetto, but he also had a conversation with Miss Ghetto about the role he was going to play. I'm kind of paraphrasing, and again, I'm
That's
not trying to
true.
take.
That
I'm
was
not trying to.
facts. That was
Okay, okay,
facts. That was facts.
okay. So now,
Rex, you're
when
gonna
when
have to
like I
take the
said,
day off, man. You lost your turn today. Come back tomorrow, Rex. Stop hitting my backstage because you
Did you
came up
read the
here and
back
said
chat?
some dumbass
Did you read the
shit. But
back
go
chat?
ahead.
Did you
No,
okay,
read the back chat?
I am now. Go ahead.
like I said, Envy in the beginning, when you
Oh
have that
Lord.
conversation with the other party who's not around the child like that, it totally gets rid of all the rhetoric. And to be prime example, I don't know if any of you watched The Shy, but in this season of The Shy, the lady had told the guy, he said, "You have to meet my child's father. He has to approve." And that was the most realest thing he did. He went to that man, he asked that man for permission. The man asked him a few questions, and he says, "I have no problem with you being around my son."
Right.
And once you do that, Envy, it totally makes everybody held accountable, and then everybody is comfortable if what comes down the pike. And again, I'm just saying, and let's just say you envy or ghetto had to yell at Lord Johnny and say, hey, little nigga, tighten up. That way the dad is not going to feel some kind of way because he know that you're there for the best interest of his child, and you're just getting you giving a little tough love. And I'm not saying, let me take the cuss word out before they try to crucify me, but that's
Miss
just what
Ghetto,
it's about.
Miss Ghetto, Miss Ghetto's Miss Ghetto's daughter's dad, he moved out of state. So when he comes into town, when the first time he came back into town,
Mm.
we absolutely sat down and talked for 10 minutes from before, and that's exactly. But living
See,
out of
that's
state is
grown
different,
man. Yeah, that's grown man
But
shit. I mean,
immediately one, and he saw it from social media. And when he called his girls, they'd always be like, "Brad did this and Brad that, and Brad took us here and Brad." So you,
mhm.
there's nothing you can do.
T
So
Doug said, I honestly wanted to help her get her life together. I wasn't looking for a long term relationship, just mutual benefit.
So he
Oh my
was helping
gosh.
her
I
get
don't believe
he
that.
was helping her
Sorry.
getting her life together. I gotta get to some shit,
Around
man.
this kid.
You tell them men, you helped her getting her life together, washing your clothes over her house, laid up sleep in the afternoon, going there in the afternoon to sleep, going to take your video game over there, going to sit on YouTube all day, and not helping her get in rehab. But you telling us you're a bozo, and I'm gonna
Right.
stop playing with you of the world and Rex. I see. Here's the difference, Rex. I wish your daughter success. I don't want no harm placed upon them. Fallon, I want Fallon to have the best in life. You could
yeah,
never. I don't have anything hatred in my heart towards them. But let me talk to you, Rex. Rex, name a time when you have said you'll meet somebody at a mutual place in Philadelphia. You keep telling people to come to your address. Rex, Philadelphia is a tough city. They'd be a fool to pull up to your block. You can't ask somebody talk about your tough on your block. That's what Chihuahuas do. Chihuahuas are tough behind their fence, tough up under their owner. They bark, they bark, they bark. But when you put them out in the yard with the big dogs, they run. Period.
so so
All right,
I
Slow
let's
had
reel
this
down,
this
Rex.
back
conversation.
in, y'all.
I had this conversation real fast with a gentleman earlier, and I said, eh, Rex, just please cut it out because again, like you just said, ghetto, and I'm not even going to use the Chihuahua reference, but for you to go to Rex now makes you the aggressor, and in the court of law, they're gonna fry
Right.
you. They're gonna fry you,
All
my
right.
guy.
All
They're
right.
gonna fry you.
Right.
So,
Let's reel it in. Let's reel it in. Um,
so
because let's
back,
see, Diane from a heart. Okay, go ahead.
so back to what we
No,
were
I
talking
did
about.
that. I did that. Yeah, I did that because my
Okay,
apologies,
so
Malik.
my thing is, let
I
me
did that
ask you
because
that. Yeah,
New Era King has a commanded
Rex,
respect to
stop,
this
dude.
situation.
Rex, you have to listen. Backstage is not going
Hey,
to help you. You have to respect the fact that we're talking about a parenting situation. You came up here and act crazy about Ghetto's child. Chill. It's
Yeah,
not
like
a
you
good
blew
day,
it. Like you don't understand. You
dude.
don't read the room, Rex.
It's not a good day. It's not a good
Yeah,
day.
nobody wants to
Don't even
deal with
think
you. You
about
don't
his
understand.
cooking.
You're such a
There's certain levels of shows. We're literally talking about awareness and better parenting skills. We're talking about generations. Like we're not on that level. This is not envy. This is Marcel. Relax. Okay.
yeah.
Um.
so so
And
Anyway,
I wish his family nothing but health and success. I want his family
yeah.
healthy and success.
See,
But
here's
yeah,
what.
no,
Okay, so
New Era King.
here's what NEK is basically saying. Okay, so NEK is basically saying that I'm reading the comments. He's basically saying that he tried to uplift this woman, and he said I would do more than you think, ghetto. Not or no, god damn, I would do more than you think, ghetto. No, not assume. I was picking her up, cleaning her up, and never mind, you got cleaning her up.
This nigga here, bro.
T
He
Duck,
shit.
this thing, dude. Listen, bro.
Can
And
I
If
say
you got a
something?
woman that you say, 1 second, yeah, real
Okay.
quick before I forget, Lady Snoop, and you got
Okay.
it. If you say that this woman has three personalities, if you say that she's making false allegations towards another man and asking her child to lie to put a jacket on that man, and then you say that she wakes up in her own piss and this and that and this, and you felt the need as a man to uplift her and help her, that might have been the environment that you might wanted to protect your kids, not be around her. But that's just all I have to say. What's up, Lady Snoop?
So I was looking for my cord so I can go on my laptop really fast. I just wanted to be speak the obvious. New Eric King is full of shit. He started fucking with Daria because he was trying to be out, did it out of spite for Rob. And this shit is blackfiring in his face. And now he got them babies involved in this bullshit. And it's crazy how he don't see where he went wrong, trying to go fuck behind Rob Rat. No disrespect, Rob, but that's where you went wrong. When the first time you tried to go lay down behind Rob, you was going wrong. But it seemed like when I said this on my show, every woman that he get on this motherfucker is somebody that Rob used to have. And then you're wondering why your ass is having bad luck because you're jumping
Mm.
in and shit with bitches out of spite. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brothers.
so hold
Shit.
on real fast. Terry,
Damn, Lady.
Terry and RNY, time yourself out in the chat for that comment about uplifting her leg. You
Oh yeah,
time
the leg.
yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
y'all time
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
out for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Throw your phone, your computer, and
Yeah,
everything else out the window.
that shit was hella funny right there.
Behind, yeah. See the Rob Rack. Yeah, listen.
Let's just be real. He's been doing this since the girl Cat. You're not gonna have good luck trying to fuck with a woman to spite another man. We too old for that.
All right, so
Period.
look, this has been interesting, Lady Snoop, Envy, Ghetto. Now your homeboy want to talk to me in the chat. I don't want to talk to Rex, man. God damn. I'm going to
No,
watch the
but no,
Yankees.
no, no. Let's skip right
court, the
over
court,
what
the
he's
court
got
of
going on
law, the
today. All
court of
right.
law. What? Oh, here we go with
Your
this.
intentions, okay, hold on. I did but learn there was a need for a hero. My intention changed. Oh my God. NEK,
Okay.
you're not. You should be like taking this a little bit more serious because
Yeah, y'all should have learned how
everybody's
Rodney crashed
everybody
and burned by talking too
I
much.
was
Y'all not
I was about to
following.
ask about
honest.
that.
No, and I get it, but the problem is he's got to take it a little bit more serious than this because these are some. This is Jesus. I mean, who should discipline who, how parenting should come, like whether the mom should meet the dad, this and that, what kids are able to say, should you throw a water bottle, and now this story about making up that stuff against Rob. And my thing is T Doug, I hope to God on everything that you're not just trying to, well, no, you wouldn't be spite. I hope you're not trying to spite Daria by saying something that serious. I hope. I hope. Um.
What
Okay,
you mean by that, Envy?
Well, when you say that a girl that you were with actively, not like later or anything like that, when you say that you were actively with a woman that was
Okay.
trying to convince her kids to say that to lie, not the truth, that Rob was doing inappropriate things with the kids, but he chose to continue to be with the woman. If a woman, man, listen. If a woman told me I'm trying to get my kids to lie on another man that he did something appropriate, how could I look at her and want her in the space that I'm in? That's what I'm saying, ladies.
No.
So,
Okay, I get what you're saying. Cause
and
why
then he
wouldn't
but you
you?
basically,
gotta,
yeah,
But you don't say. But he didn't
you
say nothing
gotta,
into Mad Day, so he was okay with it.
but
In reality, is what
that's
is
what I'm
is reality.
saying.
Yeah, he didn't have no problems with it until it was on him.
but that
Right,
just
that's
goes
what
to
I'm
show.
saying.
I get what you're saying.
Go ahead, Envy.
But what was it?
That
Is
that
it was yeah. So I'm reading into it. Okay, so what he said was, well, it was different with Rob because they were in love and they were about to get married and everything. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter because he said that he taught his 7-year-old son or his 10-year-old son that he was the brother of the 7-year-old son who was Darius. So you guys were getting pretty close where
oh,
I thought that maybe you wanted to protect the kids for a possible scenario. Why would you bring your son into a situation where the woman is trying to get her own kids to lie?
so Envy, can you clear up something for me, Envy, Snoop, and Ghetto?
Okay.
Now, I keep hearing y'all reference they was tight. Was they bros or they just knew of each other?
Who you talking
No,
about?
well,
Rob
any
and
No, they
case,
just
no.
knew
Oh,
of. They knew of
you?
each other. Oh,
Well,
go ahead, Envy.
Rob
Now.
oh
and
no,
NEK, they've been
yeah, but it doesn't
yeah,
matter. You
wasn't
you
they've been
can't
knowing
have
each
that
other
but
since
jab.
no,
they was in
whole envy. NEK, he had another name on here before T Duck.
New Eric King.
Right, NEK,
Okay,
New Era
so
King. He just
hold
changed it
on.
to
I'm
T
trying to.
Dub.
Okay, right. That's the same dude that threatened Big Baby or something.
Yeah, he used to be in the Mo 3. I don't know what. I don't remember that
Okay,
particular
okay,
information, but he was like
hold
the
on,
Mo
gather,
3.
hold on. Right. So NEK and Rob were like childhood buddies, sandbox
Okay, I'm
buddies,
back.
right? From school.
They weren't really friends, but they went to school
I
together.
think this is Little Stank Stank.
Yeah,
Okay, it's you. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
that's what I was trying to say.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. So go ahead, Malik. I had to make sure
Okay,
that was her.
so yeah, they went to school together, right?
Yeah, one time New Era King sent Rob. Rob sent New Era King to the
Mm-mm.
store.
I was just
New
minding
Era
my
King beat
business.
him. New Era King beat him. Didn't bring back his product. I think it was like 50 cents, 75 cents or something. And Rob beat
All
him
right.
up.
All right. Okay. So he said. So T Doug said, did wait until Mad Day. I was just minding my business. Yeah, but we're not necessarily talking about that. No, 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 no. I want you to get it straight. We're not saying that you waited till Mad Day to tell us. Well, let's just say it's Mad Day. Let's say you on Mad Day you told us. But the thing is you're proving us right by saying you are minding your own business, meaning that you are condoning that this woman was going to get her kids to lie on this man. I don't care what you call
Bingo.
it.
Bingo. Bingo.
Okay.
Envy got him.
Right. There is no mad day. Right, right. Don't you think, ghetto, don't you think this text right here explains the whole thing?
Yeah, that's crazy. Can you hear me, Envy?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that's just crazy. So on that note, let him do what he
We
sees.
we wasn't buddies, just went to the same elementary. Oh my God.
Okay, so yeah, it's the same dude. Okay, all right. So
T Duck,
even with that,
you gotta get a little bit more serious about like you gotta get a little bit more serious. Like, who cares about elementary schools and all this other bullshit? You gotta get a little bit more serious because you said that the main thing that you said was that your son you should not. Okay. Nothing you say should be taking Daria's side at all. When you say that your son usually gets angry, he yells, he does this, he does that, it's almost discrediting him and taking the side of the woman that threw a water bottle and hit him.
okay. So
And
That
then
Envy,
you
part
I'm gonna
when
say
he
this
said
said
before.
that
that
it
you
was
were
her
trying
fault.
to, and then you said
He
you were
said it was
trying
the
to
baby
help.
fault.
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. Basically, he said he shouldn't be talking to her like that or whatever. But my thing is, though,
Yeah,
you
he tried
said
to
that you
blame
were
the
trying to
child.
help this woman, and
So
no, I wouldn't sabotage such inferences.
But
Wasn't complaint.
who has their child around people that have mental issues like that? I think
He told us
this
she
internet
had three
tripping this day.
personalities, like, but he was trying to help her, but she's around the kids. This is
so
Jesus.
Envy, Snoop, Ghetto. This right here is a waste of time because from the beginning, the whole thing should have never transpired. So now he's going to keep trying to justify why he did what he did and what. So at this point, yo, we wasting our time. So I'm just
I
gonna say,
told you
y'all,
he's the
I
worst.
wish him
I
the
told
best,
you
but
he's
don't
the worst.
include the kids in y'all fuck shit.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. CBS needs to
All
be
My
right.
Snoop.
involved.
Looks like
She
Snoop
probably
dropped
did
y'all cash.
deserve no
All right.
respect from Darla. Ain't no telling how many times she's disrespected that child being drunk and pissy. Yeah, well, one of the things that T Dub did say is that the behavior at her house has been normalized to be that drunk, that's out of control and stuff like that, which makes it even worse. You said that you were helping a woman that has three personalities, but your kids could be around the woman when you're not. Man, Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yep, I'm out, guys.
I
Can't
need
hear
him to.
nothing. Catch y'all later.
All right, Lady Snoop, this is a lot.
Yeah, I don't be really getting too involved. I just seen the water bottle part. This internet shit is crazy, bro. I don't really be
Yeah,
on it like that. So what
yeah, I
happened with
know.
Rodney?
What do you mean?
I've been here seeing little stuff going on. I was trying to figure that out.
Oh Lord, yeah, just go. He's been on a lot of panels. Just go check that out.
I see
Um,
that shit is tearing
here,
y'all
what
set.
I well, right,
I
right.
see this sector splitting because some people feel like they're supposed to support him and others don't.
Yes,
What are they
it is.
supporting?
It's right down the middle.
I
It's
don't
right down the
understand that.
middle. To sum it up, he was on Twitter, having a like you, Steph, pretty much. I mean, I don't care if people get mad or not me saying that, but he was on Twitter with a 17-year-old doing the most. That's the best way I can explain it.
Did he know the age?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, because they said that allegedly he told that he can keep a secret.
Wait.
Because his Twitter messages were posted.
Ain't he 40?
I don't know the man's age. He's not
Well,
young.
well, you said he knew that the so what's the argument
Yeah.
about then?
The argument is
These
the
bitches is
argument
trying
is
to fucking support somebody that allegedly actually did it. Did he deny it?
yes, yes.
He denied it?
People are. No, he didn't deny it. He said that today he said he needed to clean up his Twitter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. It's there's a lot. Like I'll hit you up and tell you all about it. Okay, how
I
about
am
that?
so over here shocked because I didn't think it was real.
No, it's real. It's real. Because people did come out and say fake text messages and this and that and this. But then he was explaining why he put the text messages out there. So yes,
What
some people are backing him in different ways, per different information come out, and and some people are putting their foot down like it's not appropriate. I'm surprised. Yes, the sector is split.
I am over here with
Hmm.
my mouth wide open.
I know.
I'm busy in
Hmm.
the no jumper section, but this is a lot. I'm
Hmm.
over there with the nigga Lush having nervous breakdowns and fucking Adam Satan worshiping ass. I'm over there on they ass. But this is a lot. I'm
What
about to take a
lie?
break from my no
Go
jumper
home,
content and get on
Roger.
y'all. Huh?
What's the lie? What's the lie?
Who
Let's
lied?
clear that up. I don't know. Like
Who
they
said
sent out
somebody
this.
lied?
I don't know this troll.
Oh, I'm all
Um.
like, I didn't say nothing about no lie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in your
I
chat. I
know.
really don't be hanging out in
No, I
chats and
know
stuff.
you
Let me see.
don't.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Molly.
yeah, it was
Snoop,
just
go
it
book if
was
go look for yourself
the
from
obvious black
someone who
community
is
thing. There was two issues. There was the communication And
He
then there was
said,
the black women thing. You know how he's been caught talking about black women. So that was one thing. And then the conversations
that's
and the
ridiculous.
interactions with that within Twitter was the other half of what was being discussed.
17-year-old on Twitter.
You said he was
He
speaking to a
said,
17-year-old on Twitter. You said he told the 17-year-old he can keep a secret. Okay. So you never heard that he said he could keep a secret with anybody?
I got your comments is saying some shit. Okay, so they
Yeah,
said I need to go
well, if
watch
you
this.
haven't, well, if you, I know if you didn't hear that he said he could keep a secret with somebody, I don't know, and you're telling me this that I have the story wrong.
He was making inappropriate comments towards minors. Oh no, that's not acceptable. There's too many women that got children around here. What the fuck?
If you just lied, he was not talking with a 17-year-old man. Let me
Like
go
basically,
go.
they said you put in some goddamn manwich on that ground beef right
Well,
now.
they said
You
17.
trying
Hold
to make
on,
a
let me
sloppy
make
Joe?
sure. No, hell no, hell
They said
no.
you put in extras on it.
DG, what it do?
What's up, nigga?
Heard you're in a lot of trouble, man. I'm gonna
Nigga, I
come
ain't
to
this shit,
you.
nigga. Nah, nigga, I'm the motherfucking trouble stopper, nigga. What's up with it though?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We
I'm
got a
on
lot
mute.
going on.
I know.
We
I
got a
say I'm
lot.
on mute. I'm on mute. Is that Lady
Yeah,
Snoop on the
yeah.
panel?
So let me, yes, it is. So let
All
me get
right,
this
I need
straight.
to holler
Okay,
at
so
Lady
my,
Snoop. Hey, Lady
okay.
Snoop,
You
what's up with
cussed me out last time.
what's
I'm
up with
not.
that
I
shit?
don't.
What's up with
I
that
don't
shit you
argue with
popping,
y'all.
Snoop?
What are you talking about, sir?
Hold on one second, one second. I
I don't
don't want to
understand
be
what you mean.
wrong about the situation. So there was 17. I'm like, I just heard stuff that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? Yes, let's move on. Okay. All right. So what you got, DG? You wanted to catch Lady Snoop. Go ahead.
I'm on mute. I'm here to holler at you. And they said Snoop was dragging my mama, but I'm gonna wait till later. I'm a
No,
supporter
You
of
go
the
know you
ahead.
channel.
lying. You
Go
know
ahead.
you
Let's get
lying.
that.
I don't even
Oh yeah, he's
participate
So
trolling.
with
Snoop,
YouTube
so Snoop, why
bullshit.
you was over there? Why you was over there dragging my mother, Snoop?
When what did this exactly happen? If I don't
I
come
got
on YouTube,
envy. Can I play the recording envy? They said Snoop was
Where's it
dragging my
from?
fucking mother, nigga.
why,
Nigga,
why is he
Where was
the
it?
trolling me?
fuck
Where
you
I
hold
mean,
on,
nigga?
don't.
Niggas up, nigga.
where
Okay,
where was the
well have at
recording
it.
from, DG?
I don't argue. I don't argue online, so you can have that, brother.
DG, where's the recording from?
His ass. He pulled it right up out his
Oh
ass.
Lord, yeah,
Motherfucker. Leave me
he's
alone.
up
I don't
here.
argue. He's
He
making
was
things
commenting
up.
on
I
her
don't be
post envy. There
online.
was no actual 17-year-old person. He was commenting under post envy. Okay, all right. Well, who?
Oh, well,
Okay,
that's
so what was the
he was
age of
commenting
the
under post.
individual on Twitter? Then I want to get this straight. You know,
Please
I'm
do,
not
because
perfect.
y'all be playing telephone around here.
Oh, you're
Getting folks
saying,
to
I
do.
see what you're saying. You're saying that he was okay. So you're saying the Twitter feed. Well, when I say talking to, this is the internet. I say like words. Like if I text somebody, I said, yeah, I hollered at them earlier. I'm not saying like I'm not gonna like play semantics whether it was something that was said or something that was typed. So okay, so it was something that was typed. About to start screaming Noble's
But,
Rooster, Jesus Christ.
but
No,
you,
but
if you're
no, but that's
directing it to an
fine.
audience, you do might have to be a little bit more direct so they can get it. Because
No,
everybody,
okay.
it's a lot of squares
All they're
around,
tr-
so they may not
yeah,
understand your lingo.
all they're saying to me is that he didn't speak like out of his mouth to a child that he was making text
He
messages
wrote
instead of
inappropriate
that.
comments, correct?
Correct.
But it was either way it go, it was to a minor, correct?
I mean, they looked up the age of consent, and 17-year-old
Oh,
is
we're
age.
doing
I
oh, so they
mean,
poetic Flacco, knowing that the age you consent in every state, it's a minor.
they
Like, what are we doing now?
they did check on it. They definitely did check on it.
And was it
Snoop.
legal in the state? I don't mean to keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why. Yes, barely by 1 year.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's a great line. I'm not. It's more than one reason why.
yes,
Just because my question is, why the fuck would you be? Even if it is a legal age of consent, it's still 17. At the end of the day,
he was making a statement, not talking about an actual person. There's no actual 17-year-old. It was a statement about 17-year-olds in general. Okay. So how old? Okay, I want to be clear about
okay, well
this.
that's
How
different.
old? Yeah, no, I want to because I reported on it yesterday and everything was
Okay,
fine.
I'm glad I'm y'all
So
talking
so
about
I'm
this.
trying to figure out. Okay, how old was the individual that he was communicating with on Twitter, or how old was the individual, if I have the story correct, in the, we'll just call it the medical areas, like hi MVNRY, what's up? No, we can't be going on that picture.
Yeah, because it
So
ain't cool to put a
let's clean
jacket on
this up.
somebody. But at the who discovered this, if you don't mind me asking?
All the messages were put out. I'll type it in the back because I don't want to be that
Okay,
guy.
I get what you mean.
There you go. Um,
Oh wow! And how long did that
yeah,
person know?
for a while.
And didn't say anything
I
while he.
know. You're right. Yeah, I know. That's
This is
weird.
why I stay away from everybody.
If you
Oh,
if you tweet about football all the time, it would be assumed you love football. Right.
right.
That's what I'm trying to feel like. People are literally arguing with me about what y'all said. That he was on Twitter. And then he also had a situation and or whatever in in a medical facility,
Everybody guilty and could
or
who's
directly
complacent
he
with this.
still had thoughts about it. Okay.
You feel me? I feel like everybody wrong.
But
Anybody that was
the
complacent with it.
RNY, where was the okay? So he, I thought there's a Twitter conversation, right? Like, but was he talking about, indirectly talking
I don't.
about
Oh, you asking her a
what?
question? I was about to ask you a question.
Yeah, I don't. What the
So,
scandal's right itself. It's a
so
slam
this
dunk. Don't mess this up. Okay.
just my question, and I don't think I really want to know. So if it's too like explicit, I really don't like all that nasty shit. You can just paraphrase. When you say inappropriate comments, was it like little man look cute, or was it like
No.
I'll do X, Y, and Z to you?
XYZ.
Oh no. Oh no. Like
Here and
no, bro.
I'm a here. He said, now when you like, hold yourself together when you read that, okay? Please
Okay.
hold yourself together.
You sent it to the office mail or you posted it?
I no, it's in the back. But
Oh. Oh,
take
I'm
care
sorry,
of
I didn't see
yourself
that.
after you read it. Right. Envy, it's like if I
Oh,
say
hell
to
no.
you, hey, Envy, let's play football really good. It's a general statement about 14 year olds, but I'm not talking about a certain. Okay. All right. Got it. So, generalities. All right. RY, I think, is going to clean it up or tell us the facts or whatever. What's up?
Hey, really quick. My
Hey,
question
What?
now, hey
RY.
sugar,
Hi,
my
mama.
question, hey boo, my question is this. Why does it matter if he was directly talking to a 17-year-old? Why does that part matter? Because it's about what he was thinking about, regardless.
Thank you.
For you to get on Twitter and say, what is it, 17 and cute, he can enter me at any time I drain good? Who cares if he was talking directly to the child? Who cares? If you have those type of thoughts, then 10 times out of 9 you're going to act on them. This whole I can keep a secret, he came out a while ago and said that there was a patient, just so happened to be an underage boy, came out the closet to him. He came and told us that he wasn't going to say nothing, he was going to keep it a secret. I thought it was because of HIPAA at the time that he said it. But then when these tweets came out and I saw that, oh, I can keep a secret. No, you wanted to keep it a secret. That way you'll have like some sort of get out of jail free card for that boy to keep his mouth shut should you decide to do something to him.
Mm.
It'll be nothing for him to say, oh, remember what you told me and I kept that between us? Don't make me go out here and say it.
You think he's
I
capable
think
of blackmailing a child?
Listen,
I'm just
if you
asking,
if you
bro,
can
because y'all
talk
be
if you
deep
can
on this
talk
stuff.
like that about a child, then I don't put nothing past you. You'll do
Mm.
everything.
So my
each of these
question to you,
chats
R
that
and
have my
Y,
image in
because I
there.
know what I've been watching as I've been to work, and I be out the way. I just be kind of peeping and keeping it pushing. But what are your thoughts on the women that's defending this? Right, wrong, or
Like,
indifferent? Because it
where
could all
are
I
be.
think it's
people?
weird.
Do I have to honestly drop down and? Okay, hold
Let
on.
me see. I
Y'all
can't
talk.
see it.
Because I accidentally,
No, I was
you
gonna
know how
ask you
I
the
do. I
same
click,
thing.
click, 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 click,
I was
click,
gonna ask you the
click.
same thing, Envy,
We
but
don't
I,
have
I
to.
just was
Yeah, we
wondering.
don't. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to delete messages. We need to block. Okay, hold on. But go ahead, y'all.
You said you think it's
I
weird,
didn't
R and
know.
Y.
I do. I think it's very weird, especially for women who have sons themselves.
That's what I was looking at.
That is
I'm not gonna
weird.
lie. From the outside looking in. From the outside looking in, it
Yeah,
really made me
yeah,
realize
okay.
how male identified this sector can be at times. When at the end of the day, you could have easily told them it may have not been everything that it's appearing to be, but you were wrong nonetheless. And you could at least, I ain't saying apologize like he weak, but he could at least took accountability. And that's the one
Oh,
thing I haven't
but here's the
seen
thing.
through this. I've
Here's the
seen a lot of
thing. He
excuses.
took accountability at first, but then came back and said, "Oh well, I only admitted it because I felt pressured because everybody was coming at me."
Maybe that's where I came in at because I didn't see no accountability. I seen a lot of excuses and I seen a lot of people trying to deflect from what it is, which is just it's sad. You know what I mean? That shit was fucked up. When people could at least stood on business on for some for once in life. But also don't believe in putting jackets on men. So that's what I was saying earlier. Like this is a real deep conversation or situation. Just as deep as Malik acting like I heard Malik pulled out a Thule recently.
Without a
Just
what?
as deep as him trying to just pull out that Thule. But let me mind my business for I get cussed out by brother.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then I
West
guess
Coast
Seven
is called a
Stars took to
Thule.
her community wall
You said
today
what?
because Seven Stars went to her community wall today because over at Ness's he was just like, "Well, I'm gonna reach out to Seven Stars. Why?
She doing
Why?"
good. What you reaching out to her for?
I guess because she was the one that doxed him, and she's the one I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the chat? I think she is the one that originally found his Twitter, and that's when the whole booty in the air was there. That's when the whole anti-black rhetoric was there at that time. That's why I kept saying this isn't the first time his Twitter made its way to the beef sector. This is the first time we're hearing about these 17-year-olds.
So okay, okay. My whole week I've been thinking that he was
What
communicating with somebody because then
what
there
No.
was the hospital, then there
time
was
out.
Twitter, then there was
What has
he was
somebody
just saying
done?
something in general,
Wait, let me get this
not
right. It's
just, but
not
go
this new
ahead.
beef sector, but when has the somebody ever done something worse than making inappropriate comments to a child? Somebody in your chat, I don't even really be reading these chats, said no. The thing is, the other people on here have done worse, but the beef sector still fuck with them. That's the issue. What's worse than what he did?
There's
See,
nothing.
that's what
Nobody is.
people. Yeah,
I
Go ahead.
I've seen some
people
really
are
bad
focusing
things on
on
here.
the ladies.
I've never
Ladies
seen no
too.
shit like this.
Ladies too. People are focusing on the two. They're focusing literally on talking about black women because he did go after you know he
He
was
went
they were talking
after
about black
me.
women
But let's be very clear how the fuck Rodney got in this game. Rodney got in this game jumping on the Meth Understood channel, helping her attack me, not
and
knowing me from
Tommy
a can of fucking pump.
Sotomayor.
And
No,
but he learned. But remember, I was over at Tommy's before all of that. That man had been watching and knew who the fuck I was. And he waited until he got his opportunity and attacked every chance he had because he had to come back and apologize for it. And I never forgot that. Oh, I'm about to kick him while he down. Oh, y'all gotta change. No, stop, Mel. Stop. Okay, I'm back. I'm in my male mode, so I
So
can't do
tell
that.
me,
But he got me
RMI,
mixed up.
can you totally correct the conversation? Could we just get it one time through? Because my thing is that shit has been so goddamn confusing. So they're saying that he said it in general. And then there was something in the hospital. So could you I don't know, the Reader's Digest version of it? Because clearly I got something wrong.
Whether directly or in general, it should have never been said.
Well,
Okay.
what I'm
So,
saying
Lady
is what do
Snoop,
we mean by in general?
Mean if he was just making a general statement like niggas with bald heads,
Right,
anybody
I get
niggas
it,
can
but
get
I'm
it.
saying
Some
on
shit like that.
Twitter,
That's in general. That's not a specific talk about I want to
I
smash ghetto.
understand that. So you, right, but I'm saying
so
you go
so
on
does
your Twitter
generalities
and just make that
does
statement.
does generalities excuse what was said?
That's all I'm
No,
saying. I'm
no,
trying to
but
figure out
no,
why y'all.
no, no,
It
no,
seems like on
no,
all
no,
ends.
no,
Uh,
no. I'm
okay,
trying to
trust the
say,
white.
no, General, what I'm asking is the actual thing that happened. That's why I want to get it correct. No, it
Oh, I
doesn't
get it.
matter the general versus the whatever. I'm saying, did this man go on his Twitter and say whoopie whoop and then leave his Twitter and that was it? Like,
Yes. Where do you
or
think
did
this
he
information
refer it?
came from? It came from
Well,
his Twitter.
uh, you're not understanding. I'm saying, did he go
He's
on his
trying to
Twitter and
ask.
do
Let me see if
something
you.
general
It's
and
the way
then
you
leave?
articulating it, Envy.
Like
He's
if I go in
basically
here in the
asking, was
chat,
there a physical conversation in R&Y? Was he speaking to an
anything, it
actual
was there.
child,
And like
or
if
was
I
it
go into
just
this
in
chat
general?
right now, if I go in this chat right now and I say, hey, fuck everybody, and then I leave, like I'm just trying to figure out like what. How, like because they said I was wrong talking to somebody,
So he's trying to
I'm
figure
trying to
out, was it
figure
an
that out.
actual conversation, or was he
Where
just
was
making like a
the
post with a comment? He's trying to
Okay,
figure
let,
out how
let
did it
me
happen.
let me ask you this, right?
I'm my translator for you and your man. This is crazy. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. If he was talking to somebody directly,
What it
would
matter?
would it matter?
no,
But he's
It
trying to
wouldn't
no.
matter?
RY. What your man is telling you
I'm
is
saying no.
somebody's
I'm
trying to call
saying
him
it
a liar in the
matters.
chat, and he's trying to clear that part up.
Right.
That's why he's trying to get
Right.
facts.
I, it's not about whether it's general, indirect. I'm
Yeah,
asking. But
because he
like
doesn't know
step
the
one,
story.
step two,
Obviously, he
step
doesn't have it all the way
three.
right.
Right. They said that I was incorrect about him talking to, but I hear about hospitals, I hear about Twitter, whatever. All I'm asking is not in general or anything else. All I'm asking was is what did you just go on Twitter and say, "Hey, today I'm thinking about XYZ." Like what is it, a group chat? Is it a main Twitter? That's all I'm asking because they said that I had it wrong that he wasn't talking to somebody.
He doesn't have to be talking to somebody for the statements that he made to be
No, R and Y,
stupid.
Mama,
Hold
come,
on,
come, come to the
hold
light.
on, let
R and
me
Y, Mama,
finish.
please,
Hold
just
on.
hear me.
It does not matter because I feel
It
like
does. He's trying
it
to make
doesn't
somebody in
matter.
a. No, listen, Iron White, please just hear me, Mama. What he's trying to do is clarify that so he's not out here saying the story incorrectly. So he needs you to tell him what really actually happened. We don't that part, like if it matters or that part, the semantics of that, we can get to that later. We're just trying to figure out, was he really talking to a kid or was the nigga just making regular statements? How did it happen?
No, like
He
I didn't mean
on
wasn't
to cut you
talking
Twitter.
off,
Like
he
I
Mama.
can go
wasn't
on my
We
talking
just trying to
Instagram
he
hear
was
right
him
not
to
now and
act, give
say,
me the
okay.
tea.
I
He
can go
was
on
not talking to
Instagram right now.
hold
uh,
Okay,
I
she's
can go on
saying it, Envy.
Instagram right now and say I think football is
Envy, she
amazing, and I
trying to
say, look,
explain to you if you let her finish now. She got it.
You're comparing apples to oranges, envy. You're
Oh my
comparing
God, girl.
hold on, let me Snoop down.
Okay, I'm on mute. Go ahead, finish.
You're comparing making a general statement about football versus what was said about a 17-year-old. So
oh,
this is what was said, Lady Snoop. He said something about them young, light skinned 17-year-olds. They have real good stamina in bed. Now, does that part matter if he was talking to somebody directly or just for simply having the thought of a 17-year-old like that is okay?
we've agreed. I've agreed a bunch
No,
of
it does
times
not
that
matter.
neither
But
is
what we
correct.
yeah, so it didn't
And
matter. But what we were just trying to do was get clarification. If he was actually speaking, someone in the chat said the envy was lying about the story that he told. What you just said and what he said is two different stories. That's why he kept asking you what happened specifically. So he ain't out here just putting goddamn meat sauce on meat and making sandwiches when all we needed was a hamburger. So I get what you're saying. And to answer
No,
your
yeah,
question,
yeah, yeah.
no, it
No,
doesn't matter.
that
So to
it's
both of
two
y'all.
separate. It's completely two
Yeah, y'all
separate
talking about two
issues.
different
No,
things.
it
But to
doesn't.
answer your question,
It does
no, it
not.
doesn't
Okay,
matter. And
so
no,
there's
she
two
wasn't talking
steps
to a
here,
physical
right?
person, Envy. But to both
Right.
of y'all, the answer is no. And we
So
good.
it's like me going on my Instagram saying, you know, whatever, and then I leave. Is that it? We was just making posts. That's all I'm asking because people said that I was wrong about him talking to somebody.
Well, we've already determined that this was put on Twitter. So therefore, we know he wasn't directly talking to a 17-year-old.
Oh, wait, what?
This was on his Twitter.
No, I heard that part. But I was under so okay, so hearing this story, I thought the whole time he was talking to a speaking to a child. Is he
Mm-mm.
made the comments about a child? Okay, clarify some shit for me. Let me get better understanding. No, either one don't make it better. Before we get started, RY about to jump down my throat. That's not
And
what I'm
then here's
saying,
another
sis.
one.
I just want
And
to know
here's
I got the
another one.
story right. I don't like lying on people, so I want to make sure I got it right. That's it.
What is
I don't be
this? What
around.
does
Here's
this
here's
mean? And
another
if
one.
you had any sense, it was all answered on my live. I thought I had it all answered. To be honest with you, I'm thrown off now.
Okay, so
Molly,
Lady
I can't
Snoop.
be trolling. I don't come around these parts. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So let's not do that with me. You know, I really don't care about YouTube shit. I just popped up because I got off of work and had a few minutes to blow. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, Ness, I appreciate it. I was like,
What
damn.
happened?
No, no, no. Ness and I were talking about something. So no, I thought she was talking to
Ness,
me. I
do
was just
Ness like me
clarifying.
today? Do Ness like me today? Ness, be
I
my
have
friend
no
today?
idea. Okay,
Hi,
okay,
Ness.
so I got it. Because you see how confusing
I
it
think we
gets when
do.
when the hospital is brought up and things like that. I'm just like I think that hospital is brought up because if he was able to say those things on Twitter, then it wouldn't be appropriate to be him in
Okay,
the
hey,
medical field. I guess I'm trying to get like a very simple time, like a simple 1, 2, 3, because I'm not gonna leave this live making people think that I'm lying about him talking to somebody. Like, okay, so he didn't talk to somebody. Okay, one on one, got that.
before I just want to say hi, Nessiana. That's my little sis, Nessiana Alizé. What's up, bitch? She said we good today. What's up? I think we made peace. So you my bitch, don't we? You know I
Y'all
hate
made
when you mad at
progress
me.
today.
You look, we friends today. Nessiana
So that's what you
Alizé.
were clearing up. That's what you were clearing up, RY, because as I said, people stopped typing because I literally thought that he was talking to somebody because it was compared to the Youssef situation. And Youssef was talking to somebody physically. That's why I had it confused. He just made a general statement on Twitter and closed his Twitter account and walked away.
Oh, this is deep.
Mm. Either way it go, general or not, that just
It
wasn't
wasn't right.
it
Period.
wasn't right at all.
That ain't good.
And when I also stated that this is something that he posted on Twitter, which means he wasn't directly talking to someone.
Okay,
So,
so what
sir,
does the hospital have to
specifically,
do with it?
okay, once again, a little while ago, I want to say maybe a year, two at the top, at the most, he came on here saying that he had an underage patient that pretty much came out the closet to him, and he was going to keep that a secret. Once again, I thought that was because of HIPAA, because of what he does. But then when this Twitter thing came out saying something about I can keep secrets, it made me think about that patient like, why are you really keeping their secret? Is that
Is
some sort
this
of
true?
insurance policy? Some sort of insurance policy?
Wait, is this true? You read your comments. Is that true, Envy?
Hold on, where?
Why you mad? That can't be real.
Oh,
That
well,
shit's
go to
sick
my
as fuck.
comment
I know that
books.
ain't
Let
real.
me see. I don't. Hold on.
They say, why you mad?
Oh
No,
yes,
I mean,
okay,
I'm
I
looking
see
at the
that.
chat. I'm letting
All
her
of the
get it
messages
together
show
here.
all of the messages show were replies on someone else's post. Then that OP, whoever that is, blocked because even they were disturbed by the comments. Yes, it was someone
Uh,
commented under one of his tweets and was just like, "Yo, you about to be blocked? You on some old PDF stuff?"
uh.
Right. So that brings in communication.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like eh, that brings in communication. That's why I asked specifically, did he put something on there and go
Yeah,
about
I
his
get it
day?
now.
Or
That's why I
you see
said
what
I've
I'm
been.
saying?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure
Because
everything out. The
my
fuck?
thing is, Lady Snoop, since that was said right there, then I'm not so wrong about communication.
Was that the right one? Why you mad? Hopefully, I got that.
I thought he was saying he would keep a secret in the context that he would not tell the boy's parents.
That's what I thought too, until all this other stuff came out.
This is interesting. And y'all said he was on Ness's channel. Y'all said Saturday or Sunday. Uh, Somebody in the audience said yesterday. I'm
I'll have
sorry,
to
I
watch
asked
it
that
to get
question
the
out loud.
exact.
Like the motherfucker in the chat could respond. Ooh, I'm tired. I had a long day. I've been up since 5. I really
Oh,
just asked
not
that question like a
communication.
nigga in the
Okay.
chat can admit it. Or can say it. What you say again, Molly? Like Molly was
Okay,
gonna be like, yeah, watch it
yeah,
for
you're
Sunday.
okay. I understand. Okay. So the timeline, Tiffany. So the timeline is obviously
Not
put that
communicating.
on Twitter, and then like an adult, said this is sick. Okay, got
Okay,
it.
You
they
need
said Saturday.
you need a white man. Shut your mouth, you cave bitch.
Oh,
Don't come talking to me and you over there trying to fuck on the cave beast.
oh,
Goddamn
Oof,
Edomites. I don't play these
Lord.
YouTube games no more. Go
No,
have
I
you
was
several
just
seats for your ass get
okay.
kissed that cussed out biblically.
Yeah,
You
I kind of
cave
okay.
bitch.
I was the only reason why I was confused is they were comparing it to Yusuf, which is a little bit different because Rodney was actually making general comments, and then somebody went under his Twitter. I didn't think he went to Twitter and walked away. I thought that he had ongoing conversation, which that's not the case.
and then
Okay.
apparently there was a picture that he posted or reposted or whatever of two boys kissing, and I believe the caption said hashtag mood.
Oh, hell no.
So it's deep.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are disturbing right now, Tennessee whiskey. To be honest with you, damn, I thought
Ah,
Soup was
shit.
reciting a movie.
Thank you,
Jesus
why you
Christ.
mad?
Um. Okay. No, you need a white man, Jesus.
I'm looking at those
Um. o-
comments. I'm like,
Uh,
who is
Okay.
that?
Yeah,
I know exactly who that
that makes
is.
total sense. I just wanted to be clear. Okay. Cool. Not cool, but he went on Twitter, made a conversation about. So let me ask you this: why did he say he had to clean up his Twitter if he just made a post and kept it moving?
Now that I have my theories on. But I do know that when KRN did a live, maybe yesterday or something, he went live saying something about, oh, I screen recorded your entire Twitter feed because he was going back deleting everything. And he swore
Oh.
up and down. At first, he wasn't deleting anything, but at the very top of it, it said this post was deleted by the author.
Mhm. But do
Oh.
you see where okay. So if somebody's ready, if somebody's willing to video record, that's where my thinking was further communication because a video record would be quite a lot of messages.
So this is
If
my
it was on
question.
one page, you just screenshot it and keep it moving. If you're video recording, there was a lot of messages. And was
What
Now,
he
did
just
he?
messaging
why? Hold on.
himself?
Why you mad said no, it was the teens that posted that image or someone else. Rodney commented on the post about a 17-year-old stamina. To that, Rodney said he was talking about him at 17 with a bunch of stamina in bed. But that's not how it was worded. Because if he was talking about himself, he would have said, well, when I was 17.
No,
And that
I
was his
mean,
response.
unfortunately, I thought I was caught up, Empress. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
some clarity.
KRN's live is very telling. So I agree with that person.
But you watch
Clean up,
Karen's live.
clean
And
up
what was the
equals erase
reason?
the evidence.
And why was he exposed now?
That I have no idea. I don't even have an answer for that because I've been asking the same thing too, but I don't know.
That's interesting.
He did do a good job. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, I know how. Yes, I know how Twitter works.
Did somebody just
But
tell me
but
to
when
shut the fuck up?
somebody, but when I start, okay, so everybody watches KRN. Okay, great. We got that all figured out. If somebody says that he wasn't talking, I'm trying to like get it all together where okay, we figured this out. So if there's 100 and some people in here that watch KRN's chat, I should be able to get, hey, this is what happened. But had a lot of message wasn't that from 7 years ago. Oh, wasn't this from 7 years ago?
Now some of them are actually from this year, the earlier part of this year. And then too, his name, I guess his name was Rod Kelly. I guess it's supposed to be a play on R. Kelly. And I believe it was Miss Creativity and ZX kind of asked him, well, what made you choose that name? He said, well, I'm not going to explain that because I don't want to dox myself.
And then ZX basically said, okay, here are the messages. So, whether people say they're fake, made up, this and that. I guess they said something about
Let me
he
find out who you
was,
are, Kelly
him
nephew.
him him turning into a woman and all kinds of other crazy shit or whatever. But ZX was like, nobody could say that the messages were fake because he was actually not justifying but explaining the messages. So that's where it was. And I honestly didn't think in this story that he went to his Instagram or his Twitter talking to himself.
So what now?
Just trolling. It is a play on R. Kelly. And I know he was doxxed before, which is why he wanted to reach back out to Seven.
That makes sense.
And she pretty much said, hell no. You on your own. Cause you was one of the ones that tried to jump me with everybody else. So you're gonna have to take
Yes, you
this
did
L and
say
stand in
that.
the paint.
Mm.
So where do
Wow.
y'all go from there now? Now y'all know all this information and shit. Now what?
I know for me, I went ahead and unsubscribed. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Uh,
Cause it made me
Right.
think
What?
about my
Right.
three nephews. Mm-mm.
No. What she's saying is like
who?
okay. No, I mean yes, I know.
Is there a
Talked about
delay?
this, justified it. He's been on the main places he talked about it was Ness. He talked about it on his. He went to Sincere's and Shock him and
Sincere.
him are discussing it. Yeah, Saida.
He went to
Oh.
G. Yeah, he went to the grown folks.
No, 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 no. I'm saying
Okay.
that yes. No, no,
I'm
no. He
sorry.
went to
Give me one
grown
second,
folks.
cause I'm in
He
your
went
chat
to
right quick.
grown folks because he got it. Yeah, because he
I
got
think he went
his
to. I
wrench
think he
to.
went to. I think he went to ZX because ZX had his name in the title.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, Diane. It seems like you're invested with me, dear. I really don't do YouTube or you subscribers. Like I don't even really be in y'all space. I'm really knowing that I'm that bitch, and this attention that you're giving me, I love it. But this is why I don't come around y'all because you don't know how to just chill. Like relax. I'm only Lady Snoop. I'm not gonna bite. You don't have to make comments in order to be seen. Like all of that is weird. We're a little too old. We're going into what 3, 4, or 5 years of you being on app being a not shit bitch, ma'am, relax, dear. Relax. No, I can't shut the fuck up because I'm the
Ooh.
bitch with the voice and you're not. Period. Bitch. A bitch that's words will never shut me up. Go now, run along, little girl. I don't
Right.
play with kids. When I'm ready to play with kids, I'll go have some.
So my thing
Mm.
is I'll that's that's kind of all over the place. Wow. I mean, yes, when you go on Twitter and you put something on there, yes, it gets shared out. Twitter is a whole different type of community. It's like Meta slash Facebook on steroids. I totally understand that.
And they said this
Um,
was on his freak Twitter. I don't even know. I had no idea a freak Twitter even existed.
I heard about it. I got a
like
cousin that's
yeah,
kind
it's
of
kind of like Tinder
a
for
cousin that's an
Facebook, right?
LGBT. He be telling me about
Mm.
that shit. He said all the boys from Bad Boys be on there. I be like, ugh, they something else over there. Mm-mm. Freak Twitter is very real, and them
So
boys
is
is
that
something
another
else.
app you got to download?
I don't know how they get there.
Oh,
I didn't ask. I'm not an LGBT, so I ain't got no reason to be over there. But my cousin, he a boy. He said it'll be the boys over there. He said they be over there. It be a lot of these actors and all kind of stuff on that
yeah.
app. It's some
Just trolling.
stuff.
That's what I want to know too. How do you look that up? You go to Google and type in freak Twitter. Like that's
Freak
weird.
Twitter. Or maybe go as a Twitter and type it, but I don't think so. You might get your ass blocked playing with. Don't listen to me. I don't know how to get on that. I'm so serious. I learned about a grinder from y'all, and that's how I find out who in the hood own that shit. Cause then you can go
I
on them,
don't know.
and then they pictures and stuff will come up.
When y'all said grinder, I was thinking of rolling up. I was like, yeah, I use
Oh
my
my
grind.
god.
Nah.
Really?
But when
Yeah,
I
I
found
really
out about
did.
it, Grindr saved my life because when you go to clubs and stuff, you can log into their account and see which one of them boys be on the download because they be showing their pictures and shit. Like it's crazy on
Listen,
Grindr. I'm for real.
Jack.
Even when I go on dates, I'll go turn on the Grindr and see
Okay.
if the date is on the motherfucking Grindr. Catch that nigga. I got a picture of some eggs and some
Oh
potatoes.
God.
That's my. I don't know why that just was the only picture in my phone at the time.
But
That's
you
my.
do know that's you do know that Jack is set up the same way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You open up
All
that thing and
right,
you see who's nearby. It'll
And
have a
it's a
green dot
certain
by.
type of ringtone that go off too, I
Yeah.
heard.
Lord, let's
When
pull
you
this
post
back
videos on
together.
YouTube.
Oh, my bad.
Molly said,
Here.
Envy,
God
when you
damn,
post videos on YouTube, are you posting them to yourself?
I don't
no,
get it.
and I guess I get it. Okay,
Okay.
so you gotta my thing is you gotta dumb everything down on this app.
No, you don't.
Okay,
You
You got
really
to get
don't.
away
because
from motherfuckers that you need to dumb down shit for. I
because
thought that back in the day too. Don't be ever in my presence
all I would
tell me
say,
you got to
yeah,
dumb anything down for nobody. Anytime you got to be around a group of motherfuckers and they need something dumbed down, nigga, get the fuck away from them. On my soul, nigga. I get the fuck away
oh
from
my
anybody I
God,
got to lower my vibration for. Nigga, don't ever let me hear you say that shit.
Lord. um. Okay, thank God. Y'all scared to tell her I'm not. Okay. Oh my God, okay, she stopped. Okay, so,
Can I stop what?
so
I mean, that's
I
that's
have no
That's what I want to
idea.
know
I
too.
get it. I understand. If I was a bitch like
Sounds
one
like
of them,
regular
I would feel
conversation to
that way
me,
too.
but I don't want to sound
Hey, Lady
biased.
Snoop.
Snoop and I are cool. It sounded like a
Yeah,
basic
they must not know I'm
conversation
a
to me.
troll on top of anything. The more I was getting ready to
Well,
bounce.
right.
But the more you tell me to leave, the longer I'm gonna fucking stay. You're not about to
Right.
bitch, you should have never said nothing.
Jesus
I ain't
Christ.
bothered. The host ain't said nothing. Shit, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm just,
I
hey,
don't even come around this
listen.
motherfucker.
No, I'm glad that got, okay. I'm glad that got cleared up because
Yeah, thank you for clearing that
I
up for
mean,
me.
and my thing is, usually I'm on point, but I literally, like with the T Duck situation, I thought I was going to talk about whether it was okay to throw a water bottle at a kid or not. And then I was going to keep it moving, you know
Yeah.
because people are like, channels are going to get reviewed that had Rodney on there by the FBI and this, and I was going to get into that.
Oh
Now I
Lord.
was going to get into some other shit, but you
People
know
was really saying that?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, so basically I'll run through the notes real quick about channels getting removed or getting reviewed. So listen, we always know the FBI. The FBI is always getting called, okay? Um and then it said the people are saying that the CCs will get as aid and desist because they're telling Rodney what to do with the Twitter, delete this, do that, whatever. That's the narrative. Um, and then it said, let's see, CC's did not do that. The CC swayed the people.
Mhm.
Um, that Rodney himself said he needs to clean up his Twitter, like I just told you. And is he looking up the age of consent after the fact? A bad look, because basically what they're doing is anybody that talks about it, they're taking a little bit of piece here, a little. That's why I'm really, really trying to nail down exactly what happened, me talking about it here. People are taking, okay, well, this person told him to delete this. Okay, Envy said that it was an actual person. Okay, this person over, that's what I meant. Like that people are, not appreciating the fact that this is being discussed on a lot of channels, but we can discuss anything that brings awareness, like we did with T Duck. But I
Oh,
didn't
well, let's
expect him to
discuss
say,
it then.
yeah. But I didn't expect him to say what the hell he said. Like
Right.
that stopped my whole commentary when he said that about her three personalities and all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I
How?
mean?
When?
Now,
That's
Scorpion Vibes.
bullshit.
Hold on,
Sometimes
Scorpion
y'all
Vibes.
kill me
That's
on
what
this app.
he said. He came out his mouth and said that's what he's not going to explain why he chose the name Rod Kelly because then he would be doxing himself. He was doxed. You're absolutely right. Seven was the first one to do it. But that was the answer he gave Miss Creativity, ZX, and all of them over there.
Right, yeah, Miss Creativity and ZX and them. They Miss Creativity was on it. Um, for real. But yeah, so I'm glad that Modney, yeah, we call
That
him
is
Modney.
crazy.
But I'm glad. Okay, so he put okay. So in
Okay, so
general, he said that, but then when you guys were talking about he could keep a secret, you guys were talking about in the medical facility, right?
No, that's what
When he
I
was
was
coming
talking about
out.
because no, that's what I was talking about. Because if you can keep a secret about an underage person being gay and you're not informing anybody, primarily
Hmm.
his parents,
wait, you supposed hold on. Okay, so so you expected him to tell somebody that the boy came out the closet?
in today's
Bro,
society, you don't see why that should be done.
is that your place to be in the people business like that? It's just a coworker. Why is he working with a
It wasn't. It
17-year-old
wasn't a.
boy?
It wasn't a coworker. He said it was a patient in the
Oh, okay,
facility he
yeah,
worked
okay.
at.
You would go back and telling people that the boy is gay?
I wouldn't tell people. I would have told his parents or something.
Really?
Because why not let the parents know what the child said? Because in the event that something were to happen, it'll be easy for him to point the finger at Rodney and he could say, "Oh, because I came out the closet to Rodney. I told him I was gay." So why not cover yourself?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
The nigga
because
is a pervert. His
no, I
parents put it
understand.
on.
I
Yeah.
understand. You can't stop somebody from telling you if somebody just blurts out something. Hey, I'm lesbian or whatever. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, I can't unhear that.
And Tanya, and that's a good point too. Maybe he was afraid of his parents.
That's another thing I was thinking.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But
He was
okay, and then
confiding.
that was
He
my
was
next question.
confiding.
Why is
Yeah,
he
he was
even discussing
confiding.
any of this with a child? Like certain things I don't feel comfortable, me period. And I actually
Right.
just went through a subject situation like this on Saturday. I went back and told the parent, because my thing is, if I had children, even if it's one of my nieces, nephews, cousins, one of them, and some shit is going down behind my back and you knew about it and you're the adult and they confided in you and you keeping motherfucking secrets from me, we got a big problem. That's why I asked you that question. I wasn't saying that you were wrong or right. I just was wondering what you have told, because as a parent, as an adult, certain situations, why the fuck are you keeping secrets for children? What are we doing?
Right.
That's true.
Right.
And
A lot of
Scorpion
people.
Vibes, thank you so much for that clarity. Scorpion
Damn, y'all,
Vibes said
I'm so
he
sorry.
later
Diane
said
is
on
in.
Saida.
Hold
I'm
on. Hold
sorry.
on.
I'm
Hold on.
sorry. My neck hurt.
Scorp-
It's the
oh
bitch
God.
Diane is on my
Scorpion
nerves.
Vibes provided clarity. and said he later said on Saida's live exactly what Kelly stood for, and it matches with the doxing. Trust me, it has nothing to do with R. Kelly. Okay. See, I didn't see Sincere Saida's video. I was just going based off of the question that was asked to him over at ZX's and the response that he gave.
Mm. Well, uh, geez.
Now, stretch mark on my
Swi-
buns, I was thinking that too. I'm not gonna hold you. The worst, that's worse if the child is afraid of a parent, but trusts a creepy stranger.
It's okay.
Oh
I ain't saying
Lord.
he's creepy, but
And then they said the secret is not to tell no one. That's between them.
But but let's I want to be fair to
Hmm.
everybody. No matter how far, no matter what I think about somebody or a situation, I want to be 100% fair. I don't. I wouldn't think. Okay, Rodney should not have the conversation. Not at all whatsoever. Should have cut it off. But I don't think the kid thought he was creepy because the kid had no. Well, more than likely in the hospital didn't have any knowledge of Twitter.
Thank you, Scorpion.
He might
but
have
what
felt
did
like he
Twitter
could
have to do
confide
with
in
anything,
Rodney.
Andy? What did the Twitter have to do with anything?
No,
That's a
no, no, no.
separate
What I'm saying is
situation.
they
He's
said that
physically there with the
no,
child.
but you
Okay, so
got
this is
I
what.
know,
Go
but
ahead.
you all were talking about no, this is what I'm saying. You all were talking about why would he confide in someone who's creepy, right? So what I'm saying is he might not have known that Rodney was a little off the rails.
I understand that part, but this is all I'm saying. Like, I think it's kind of crazy how it seems like it's more outrage of the comments that was made versus the fact that he was actually working with a child that he said was gay and promised he wouldn't tell nobody. That's crazy.
That's the pro. Yes,
More,
that's
you more.
that,
He was literally with the kid physically. He was with. He said he had feelings
that's
from what from
right.
y'all allegedly from what the people say and a few of y'all say.
See,
He had already spoken about having
see,
certain. Can I
right.
finish?
Yeah, yeah,
From what the
and
people
that's how I
said,
put him.
he
Yeah,
already has spoken about having certain feelings about 17-year-olds or whatever the case may be about minors. So, allegedly, I'm not saying this is what I said, this is what the people allegedly said. So, he literally was with a child that was underage. How is that more of an outrage from some comments online than it was that he kept a secret that a child
that's
was?
what. Yeah, that's
But
what I
okay.
was. That's exactly what I was trying to clear up because my thing is, I okay, so if you do, okay, if you make lewd comments or whatever online,
Hmm.
it's horrible. I would never co-sign or anything like that. But it gets a little bit deeper when you're dealing with people like one to one, hand to hand in real life. That's where I was making the bridge between, hey, he's the type of person that would put something like that on Twitter, but he was in physical communication, physical area with a kid that confided with him about his sexuality.
Now when it
That's what the Brit.
now when it first came out, when he first said it, there was quite a few people upset behind it. Quite a few people. Like, why is a child telling you that? Hey, Stormy,
Right.
welcome.
I get that.
Now, let me ask
Okay.
y'all this, right? Let me ask y'all this. How would you feel if someone said, well, my record is clean when it comes to this situation? Because my thing is this everybody's record is clean until they get
I
caught.
was about to say that. Well, it's not necessarily yes. Most people in jail and prison will give you their "I'm innocent" story, but it doesn't matter. Like record being clean does not mean that you just started yesterday.
Hmm.
That means that you have done that behavior and gotten away with it, just like you said. Like, I don't have a record. I don't think that somebody just pops up at the age that he's at and does that for the first time. Sorry.
I feel you. And just trolling, that's a very good point. Just trolling said there's a lot of people that would not out a minor in the LGBTQIA community. Just give the advice on how to talk to their parents about it. And I
Mm-hmm.
like that because somebody else
Right.
in the
Yep.
chat a little while ago asked, okay, here you go. It was from Just Trolling. For LGBTQIA people, is it unusual for a younger person to come out to you? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to answer this question because one of my favorite documentaries in the world to watch is called Paris is Burning, right? And Pepper LaBeija, which was the house mother for the House of LaBeija, was telling his side of it, and he was just like, "Y'all don't understand. Like these kids don't come out to their parents, and when they do, they get kicked out. So what do? They run to somebody that's like them in the community, and they build a bond with that person." So that will kind of answer that question for you, just trolling. It's not unusual at all.
Right. No, that's cool.
So at that point,
I
they
just
keep their
base
secret. So okay. So then I just that's new to me. So at that point,
right.
because they came out to you, you keep that from the family.
Me personally,
No, I'm asking you. You speaking to the lady?
oh, oh, you talking about just trolling?
Yeah.
You welcome, just trolling.
You see what I mean? I was just wondering, like at that point, if that's how they are in the LGBT community. So, or do they keep the secrets for them? Was that so? Oh, okay. So let me re-ask that. Was it
Uh-huh.
abnormal for it? Because then, if I'm wrong, then I can
And
always
yeah,
admit that I'm wrong.
and I had a
Was it
show.
abnormal for him? Hold on, let me finish and get this out. Was it abnormal
Yeah.
for him to keep the secret?
Right, right. Lady Snoop, I had a whole show about that yesterday. And I
Okay.
said,
You know
and
I don't
no,
be
my
on here.
show, my show was about Jay Wilson,
Mhm.
but I was like, shouldn't, just like the black community or any other community, I would think that I would want somebody to live in their truth in the most comfortable way possible. And in my own opinion, I think keeping that from the parents or whatever would make that kid not want to live in his truth. And the community, I think, should have been a little bit more supportive.
Now, why you man said in the medical field, yes, because of HIPAA. Okay, and I thought about that at first as
Okay, that
well,
makes sense.
right? However, even
True.
if the sexual age of consent in Texas is 17, does that override HIPAA? Because I thought HIPAA ended at 18.
Nah, HIPAA laws is whenever
HIPAA
No,
you gotta
never
you got
I'm
you
ends.
talking
can't
about
never
as
go back and say
no, no, I'm
nothing.
talking about as far as a child is concerned.
No, HIPAA lasts forever.
That's forever. If he under a HIPAA law, you can't say
Yeah.
nothing about nothing.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
like
matter
people
what
with the
age
Michael
I am.
Jackson
You
case. They ended up going to jail for snitching, waiting all that time.
I see what she's saying. She didn't
Yeah.
I see what she's saying. What she's saying is HIPAA self-controlled. Is that what you're talking about? Like the patient can control what's not released? Because
Right,
HIPAA's forever.
because the person is a child. And I thought that HIPAA, as far as children is concerned, as far as a doctor talking to the parents of the child, that ends at 18. That's where I'm coming from. So if the sexual age of consent in Texas is 17, how does that override HIPAA and telling the child's parent?
Um HIPAA is the privilege to not be spoken of
Hmm.
around. I mean, HIPAA's the what doesn't allow your medical to be spoken on. What you're saying specifically is at 18, do they not have to? At 18, the parents don't have the right to be informed. Is that what you're saying?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So basically the kid can decide to do it or not. Okay. But if HIPAA and the parent, okay. So if a employee told one of the patients, I'll keep a secret or whatever the case may be, um a lifestyle is not a mandated reporter, but I'm trying to figure out like HIPAA doesn't really go into that. I can tell my doctor, I don't want you to tell anybody about this, and this. And that's HIPAA, but I can have a personal conversation. It's like a lawyer. You could tell a lawyer what you did wrong. You can tell your lawyer, I shot somebody yesterday, and that lawyer will go defend you that you didn't.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Somebody said
I'm
parents
glad.
don't even have the right to know their daughter is getting birth control. Oh wow. Now Molly said personally, I think he made that up, like he read a story about it or saw it on the news. I think he's just entertained by the idea of underage LGBT and kids these days are being fast. He just wanted a reason to talk about a young person being gay. Hmm, that's an interesting point of view.
Yeah, it sure is. Also, did he even say it was a kid being treated or just a random kid disclosed when HIPAA wouldn't matter?
When he told the story, he said it was a patient.
Okay. Or child is getting birth control, not the daughter. Sorry. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. I would never tell their parents because that could be dangerous, a bit dangerous situation. We
Very
don't
good
know
point.
what their life home is. I would suggest for them to tell them themselves. Right. And my
Very
thing
good point.
is, why you mad? That's a good point because then also that individual, is going to live a life of being in the community, and if he's revealing this to somebody in the community, that can actually deter him for living the way that he wants to live because he's going to be like, well, the last person I told in the community was a gay man and he spilled the beans. So yeah, for sure. And I was talking about that the other day, like the community being supportive. Tell everybody to fight. Okay. All right. Been
Mm.
here
And why you mad? You
about
are
4 hours.
absolutely right. This is a slippery slope. It is, but I'm gonna let you wrap this show up. I'm about to go back to doing what I'm
All
doing.
right.
Bye.
All right. All right. So we got that cleared up. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want to say anything crazy. Me personally, I felt like there was communication, whatever. Now we know for sure that I didn't know what the patient had involved, HIPAA and what he said or didn't say or whatever the situation may be. But now we know all that stuff. This show is not about Rodney, but Lady Stoop asked. I'm glad she did because now it's cleared up that he made general statements that went out to a lot of people. That's what Twitter does. When you tweet, it goes out. Um, and that was looked upon as predatory behavior, just in a general sense. Something that was distasteful, however you want to look at it based on who you are. Got it. Okay. And some people are looking at it one way and other people are looking at it another way. The only thing I didn't want people to do as of my show yesterday is just focus so much on his disdain for black women or black people because he said that, our community's too ratchet. And I didn't want also on the other side for people to, kind of make excuses based on, any other situation. So anyway, the show, we're we're out of here. I appreciate that, Diana. We're out of here. Basically, the Daria thing. Shit, that thing went 10 times further along than I ever imagined that it did. Hopefully, you guys got that commentary because it's deep. I literally just thought that I was going to sit up here and talk about a woman throwing a water bottle at a kid. But but now we're into different behaviors, different other things, putting lies and jackets on people. Hopefully you got that commentary. If not, please watch the replay because that's deep. And then that's what we got to. I had a lot of other things, but I really didn't expect NEK to say what he said. So I still call the X behavior very wrong and should be questioned. I hope he never acted on it, but this is something we won't know unless guys find that out. Me personally, I don't want to know. I just once I get to a certain point where somebody, did something that I look at in a untouchable way, I don't really want to know what the follow up is, to be honest with you. But yeah, come in late, so got to replay. Yes, please do replay. Especially I'll put in the title that we did have the T Duck pulled up in that situation or whatever. But I know it was a long show, y'all. I know it was all over the damn place. Okay. Sorry about that. We went from a serious conversation to a little bit of arguing with, Ghetto, and Rex came up here. Rex, please, in the future, don't go to anybody's channel and start blurting out stuff that's, just not something that fits into what we're talking about, especially if we're in like a serious mode. Okay. Um, but anyway, cool. So, well, not cool, but hey, I'm gonna listen to commentary out there. The reason why I'm gonna listen to it out there is because everything that happened on about Daria, the wonderful thing about recording StreamYard right in front of you is it's a receipt down the road. So everything that was said, I don't want to hear no lies. I did talk to NEK. We heard NEK, but I would like to, maybe hear Daria explain this based on what was said on this channel. I don't give a damn what she said wherever, but we'll figure that out. But anyway, I will be here tomorrow. Thank you for Diana. Hit the like button. I will be here tomorrow. I tried to do a 1 o'clock show and a 5 o'clock show, but I'll definitely be here at 5. So you said Evie sounds better. Boy, relax. Good on you and welcome back. Oh yeah. Stormy, I am. I definitely am. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. So that's what I'm going with right now. So I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'm not even going to do an outro song because a few things in this live hit me pretty hard because I just have low tolerance for some of this commentary that was given and some of the things I figured out. And yeah, it was a lot. But I'll holler at y'all and I'll see you late night when I'm done doing my shit. All right, y'all.